Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Delita. I'm Travis. It is Monday, and that means it is time for the Miss USA. It's time for Monday Night Raw.
Miss America pageant?
Whatever.
Say it what it is. Miss America. They call it Miss USA.
It's Miss USA. Miss America is different.
Is it though?
It is.
Or did they?
I just Googled that.
Okay.
Totally different. Seth freaking Rollins coming out first.
The light's not on at the back.
Uh-oh. Rollins. The Monday Night Messiah. Yeah. He's wrestling. And he's wrestling Finn Balor. They're going to start the show off with a bang. As is Miss USA. Yeah, is that the same one? Or is that a new one? It's very Elmo murderer-ish.
It's the devil. It's the one he killed Elmo.
I thought it had black on it.
I'm pretty sure that's Becky's.
Maybe it's right there. No, that's right back there too. Fantastic jacket.
Anyways, we got Karen out there and Sophie is out there. And we also have Bunny.
Hey!
Bode.
Good to see you in here, boss.
Hello! How's it going tonight? How you doing? Having a good time?
It is time for Monday Night Raw. Is that going to be the main event? Big E, Kevin Owens? That is a non-title match. So, Kevin Owens going to win that one.
Is he? With his anger?
Non-title match.
With all of his anger issues?
Look at that. Rated RK Bro going up against the Glorious Show-Offs. Good deal. Gonna have freaking Edge show up. I figured Edge would come out first, but we're also gonna have a United States Championship match. Damian Priest going one-on-one with the King of Nigeria, Apollo Crews from Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Huh. That's happening, huh?
That's a title fight.
Interesting. Well, there you go. Oh yeah, and Edge is on tonight.
Yes.
So everybody is excited.
That is our thumbnail.
Everybody is excited about it, but me.
I leaned over the hot tub to grab the thermostat and dip my earbuds in there. They both went. Oh.
Died?
My audio is not the greatest.
Oh, because they're wet. They got a little wet, did they?
A little bit. Or here the Miss USA pageant looks like a Lady Gaga concert. La, la, yeah.
Why is Travis wearing SmackDown colors on a Raw night?
Because it was right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I like SmackDown better. Just kidding. I don't. I do not pick sides. They're going all out. This is where Seth got attacked by that fan.
Ooh. I'm glad they're telling us all about it some more.
They'll
They're not
cut
going
off.
to show that part, though.
Oh, yeah. They'll cut that way out.
What? They shouldn't. Alita's in the chat, though. Hey, Alita.
Hey,
how's it going?
Alita. Good to see you in here.
I don't think they have their sashes on that say what their names are.
Maybe we just want to see him as woman right now.
Anyways,
that one's not very
Sophie's talking
pretty.
about Roz, my former hometown, Long Island. Is in my former hometown of Long Island. I know AW is going to be there at the same place in a week or two. Sophie says Sami Zayn is another guy that has a contract coming up next month.
He's on TV all the time, so he can't complain too much about not being on TV. Although Johnny Wrestling's on TV quite a bit too. Mm-hmm. He signed a 7-day contract.
Who did?
Johnny Wrestling.
Oh yeah, 7-day one, so he could wrestle in that weird whatever.
War Games. Look at this, it looks strippers.
NXT. Anyways, Sophie says, Liv and Becky with the contract signing, we will find out when that match will happen. Liv versus Becky, I don't see them dragging that feud out till day one.
You wouldn't think they would, but they could.
God, they could. I mean, it would be boring as fuck, but it could happen. Anyways, Alita said, hey, Sophie says, the guy that attacked Seth Rollins last week is banned from all wrestling events. Pepper Owens is in the chat. Hello, Pepper, saying grrr.
Is that for day one? Yes, it is. Day one, Seth Rollins Big E.
Big E, huh?
Will we get a new champion?
Let's hope so. Alita Kelly says, in rehab to get my strength back.
Yes. Bring your strength back up.
Good deal. Work hard at it. How's your puppy doing? Since it sounds like you're not really at home.
Seth Rollins. First day in his next championship reign.
Roberto Lozano's in the chat. Hey, Roberto.
Hey, Roberto.
Hello. Another Monday night. Yes,
it is another
Monday night.
Just another manic Monday. Frickin' Rollins. Is it time to put the title on Seth? I think it is.
Maybe.
Oh, Finn Balor interrupting.
Aren't they having a feud?
Interrupting cow. Yes.
So it makes sense that he would interrupt. Maybe in a cow-like way. Do you think he's going to come down to the ring and moo at him? Sophie says, "Wow, I'm surprised they announced Seth versus Big E for day one. I thought that match would be on a random Raw episode." Did you move?
Oh, it's a saw.
I thought it was a cow.
It did sound like a cow.
I was like, why is there a cow outside? Who brought a cow? Who brought a cow to the party? I mean, I know that we do have them, and it is free range, but...
They're free out here.
As Alita says, she's being really good. Well, I'm glad that your puppy is being exceptionally good. That's good to hear. Vinegar says, a little non-wrestling trivia for you, exclusively Travis and Delita. What government building is on the back of the $100 bill?
Just had one in my hand the other day. I have no idea.
Is it the Boob building, the Capitol building?
Yeah, it's probably the Capitol would be my guess.
It's either that or the White House. One or the other.
I thought the White House was on the one, but...
Well, that's how I said it's either one or the other. Sophie says, so how to keep...
Oh, Seth!
ouch.
I guess there hasn't been a bell yet, so this match hasn't started yet.
Not
So
exclusively.
Finn Balor's doing what Seth did to him last week to him.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
if he gets speared by a big guy, he's going to be dead.
Sophie
He doesn't
says,
have the size of the bulk.
Right. Sophie says, so how to keep Big E versus Seth feud interesting from now till day one. Like this. You just have Seth get beat up by somebody else, I guess?
Well, we do know... Oh, there's the bell, though. Coup de grace coming right out of the gate. He's going up top. Uh-oh. Seth, wisely. What a veteran. Oh, over that top.
There you go. Vindicator says no fan attacks on Rollins yet tonight, huh? And Robbie's
Not
in the
yet.
chat. Yo, hey, yo, how's
Hey,
it going,
yo.
Robbie? How you
Hey, yo.
doing? How was the rest of your weekend?
Hey, yo.
Did you watch that boxing, Robbie? If you did, you saw a
You got your
phenomenal
money's
fight.
worth.
If you didn't, you missed a phenomenal fight. That thing was freaking awesome.
Cambosa.
Lieutenant
Cambosis.
Martha's in the chat. Hey, Lieutenant Martha's like, fight, fight, fight. Alita says, Pentagon. And Sophie says, I have a feeling that one-on-one match for day one between Rollins and Big E might turn it into a triple threat or fatal four-way.
They could do that. Either one, but I hope it's just one-on-one.
I hope they don't, and it'd be really stupid if they did, because that would take importance away from Seth having his chance and ability to take the title, which should happen.
Right.
Vindicator says, answer is Independence Hall. The White House is on the back of the $20 bill.
Ah.
Oh. Well, I knew it was on the back of one of the bills, but I didn't know which one.
Independence Hall. Isn't that in, like, Philadelphia?
I'd have to go look at a $100 bill to see what it looks like. I'm just trying to think of which one has a boob on it. Like the boob. It looks the building.
The Library
that looks
of
like a boob.
Congress?
The Library of Congress.
Isn't
Is that what that is?
I thought that was the boob one, but I could be wrong.
Or is that Independence Hall? Alita says, just rung the bell. I have a private room. Ooh.
Woo.
Ew.
You don't
You're
want
special, aren't
curtain
ya?
to separate you guys.
You don't want to have a curtain. Robbie says Seth getting cooked. Well, right? He's just getting payback, from what happened to him the last time. Finn Balor's just paying Seth back for what he did.
The question is Seth going to win this match?
They introduced themselves, and now they have their sashes on, so now I know who they are.
Yeah, because we want to see Delaware and Kentucky.
So if he says, are you surprised they already announced a match for the first pay-per-view of the year? Usually with the WWE, they announce matches like a few weeks before a pay-per-view, not like a month before it. And you know what?
It's okay.
4 weeks, 3 weeks, there's really not that much difference between them. So if he says they are already doing more build for the day one pay-per-view than they did this year's Survivor Series.
Absolutely. Yeah, they didn't build Survivor Series at all.
They made a big deal out of the
But
day
Survivor
one,
Series builds itself, right? Like, we know it's going to be champion versus champion.
We just don't know who the champions may or may not be at that time.
And we always know that Raw's going to win.
Yes. They have won majority for like the last few years or more.
Except for when NXT was in it, they won, I think.
Yeah. Well, they suck. It was annoying as fuck. Chris Akani's in the chat.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, guys, he says, hey, long time no see. How was your Thanksgiving? Did you spend some time with family?
Uh-oh, Big DDT by Finn Balor. 1, 2. Seth just kicks out.
Seth's like, no. Hey, North Dakota.
Hey, North Dakota.
North Dakota. Why'd she get picked?
I have no idea what this even is.
Is this how good they look in their weird attire they're wearing?
I have no idea. Their bodysuit.
Yeah, it's like a...
Finn Balor gets clothesline across the top rope.
Long-sleeved...
Bikini.
Turtleneck bodysuit. It's kind of creepy.
All right, Finn Balor going back up top. He's tried this once. Going to the well one too many times. Hey, she's pretty. What country is she from?
She's not from a country.
Nebraska.
She is from a country of the United States. But she's from Nebraska. She's corn-fed.
Yeah, she looks it.
Robbie says, damn adverts. And Alita says, and it is here, Walter, are you here? Walter doesn't normally come in on Monday nights until later. So we might see him for like a few minutes at 9 Eastern time. Sophie says, if we are getting Seth versus Biggie for day one, we could be getting both Liv Morgan versus Becky and Roman versus Sami Zayn for that pay-per-view then. I would doubt that we'd have Liv and Becky. I mean, if they want to push that to day one, that's their deal, but I think they're dumb if they do.
Why would we have Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns?
Because Sami Zayn won that Royal Rumble to get a chance against Roman Reigns.
Right, but Brock's coming back.
Yes.
On Friday.
Yes. Robbie says turtlenecks are so 1998. Yeah, but they're on a whole bunch of hot ladies in the Miss USA pageant that's happening right now.
Yeah.
So
it is on Fiwi.
Maybe they already got rid of them.
Five.
Maybe there were the 5 they denied.
Oh shit! Finn Balor rolls him up to it.
Fruit
That's
roll
so
up.
close. You can't double stomp a triple stomp. To it. Finn Balor, he's fighting with heart.
Top 16 reveal continues.
We didn't get to watch day one or something.
Maybe it's what they have to like put out, like what they have to come out next, like their reveal.
I mean, we obviously have to know that they can't have all of them competing in one tournament.
They're all competing against each other.
In
yes,
2
and
hours.
Then they have to like judge it down to so many people or whatever.
It's got to take like a week.
That's the official home of Miss USA, Curve on Wilshire. That's where they've been living. Keep it away from all the people like you.
Haters.
No. Men.
Perverts.
With penises. Alita's like, Mike. And Robbie says, D, you would enjoy Liv versus Becky. LOL, don't lie. The only thing I would enjoy about it is Liv getting her ass kicked as it should be.
Yeah, but they better make it like a squashy type match if they're going to do that match. and actually follow through with it.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like how she beat Bianca.
Yeah. Sophie says, I wonder with day one, where will Kevin Owens, Balor, Edge,
Sling Billy!
I don't know. We're going to find out with some stuff here, I'm sure. And Edge is coming back tonight for all
here it
Edge
is.
lovers.
This time. This is the third time he's went for the coup de grace.
He's going to try it this time to get it. He's not going to get his knees up in time.
He got it. No, Seth moved again.
Missed.
Curb stop. No, he missed.
Oh, he missed his too.
For roll up.
For roll up. It almost
Seth
happened.
kicks out. Oh, they both hit each other.
As Rafi says, stomp versus stomp. Yeah. What time is day one on?
Same as normal.
Same as all their pay-per-views, except for it's on a Saturday. Is it on a Saturday?
Yeah, New Year's is Saturday.
Yeah, it's on a Saturday instead of a Sunday, though. So it would be on Sunday morning for you. But, yeah.
Yeah, basically the same time Raw started. Well, a half hour earlier because of the pre-show. For us, it'd be an hour earlier. But we probably won't be doing the whole pre-show.
Right.
Unless we have to do a prediction show.
Which we might.
Seth, spinning soccer style kick. Ripcord. Back into it. Bam.
Alita says they are done. Who's done?
Done.
Who's done? Done, done, done.
Put a fork in him.
They are done. Whoever they are, they're done. I'm not sure who they are, but we're going to find out.
Seth and Becky, the royal couple of the WWE Monday Night Raw.
He
There it is.
that curb
He ain't kicking out of that. 1, 2, and 3. Seth Rollins with the dub.
Over and above Finn Balor. Even after Seth was attacked and got his bum
Finn
kicked
Balor, yeah, cheated basically.
and everything, and then Seth won. So there you go. Seth won that one. As Robbie says, come on, Seth.
Oh, he poked him right in the eye with the thumb there.
Oh, so he cheated.
A little bit.
How Seth. Cheater.
Then he hit him with that Judas effect, then came down with that curb stomp.
Oh. Sophie says, when do you think they will start building to the Royal Rumble then, since day one is 28 days before it? Robbie says, I knew Seth would win.
We have to know who's going to be champions. We have to know who's even going to be relevant by that time.
Right.
You can't start building it up before because you don't know who's going to be champ.
True.
Right? You don't build the Royal Rumble up if there's no champions. I mean, obviously somebody's going to be champion, but... Oh, God.
Oh, God, this is dumb. Anyways, Piccola says, hi, guys. Has Monday Raw Egg started? Yes, it started with Seth Rollins came down to the ring and talked. Got interrupted by Seth. Seth came out and Finn interrupted Seth. Finn came down and beat the crap out of Seth. Then the bell rang, and then they had their match. And then Seth just pinned and beat Finn. So there you go. Done.
You embarrass your friends that aren't even here anymore.
Yeah. Somebody says they didn't mention the whole fan attacking Seth Rollins. They will not.
No.
They will not give him anything. WWE knows how to do it, and they're not going to give that person any clout of anything.
Becky looking like a Seth Rollins. They're both basically dressing the same.
Did she... What Muppet did she kill?
Like a Gonzo and maybe ran him through with the Reds.
I guess. I don't know. Robbie says, Cola, it started, but it's as flat as one-day-old Pepsi. Or any soda that's, been sitting around.
Becky.
Alita says, I think people have to get back into how to go back out socializing again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I would hope they would already know how to do that. But
I would hope that even though they had to stay home, they were still socializing with people. Hopefully they figured out that you have to socialize in person with people and that people actually need to be around other humans. I know. I don't like it myself, but, it is what they say. It's this 16-person reveal happening. Sophie says the problem with having 2 pay-per-views in 1 month is that they have to build 2 pay-per-views at once.
Not really. They're literally 4 weeks away from each other. It's just like from now until day 1 is the same distance as from day 1 to Royal Rumble.
Right. Robbie says, I hope Liv jumps Becky. That would be funny.
Ew.
And Pico says she's wearing Miss Piggy. No.
Piggy's
no,
pinky.
it's fluffy, not leathery. And I guess Sesame Street-ish. Whatever ones have like furry type stuff. And it's more of a purple rather than a pink.
It is. It's a very light purple.
Maybe like a lavender. Maybe a lilac kind of color. But I don't know.
It ain't no snuffleupagus. That's all.
No snuffleupagus. Oh, they're like, we're besties.
Lots of best friends in this.
I guess. Vindicator's like, yay, Liv. Shut that big fat mousetrap of Becky up with a pop to the face.
Yeah.
You know, in all reality, I know that Becky was like, all like, I'm glad that she finally got aggressive, but in a way, Liv should have been taken in the back and reprimanded for her actions. Nia Jax got it. Nia Jax had to be reprimanded for her shit and fined for hitting Becky in the face. So
Becky just gets more and more
Liv
popular every
too.
time she gets punched in the face, so it's fine. She don't care. It's like, break my nose. It's perfect.
Robbie says Becky has some horrendous outfits these days. Yeah, that big time Bex thing isn't really that great. As Alita says, I didn't go nowhere. I didn't say you. Oh, you didn't go anywhere.
Oh, yeah, she was not socializing.
You were not socializing. Well, hopefully people socialized with you. Sophie says it would be funny if Liv wins her first championship against Becky because it seems like that is where it is going. As Sophie says, and we don't know where the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view will land in February as well. Pico says that's 3 weeks for Raw and SmackDown build-ups. Figure that's plenty of time for Mansoor or Madcap Moss to get a push. Piccolo says, hi, Alita. And Robbie says, Nia Jax is a dangerous woman and not in a good way. Depends on who you talk to. But sure. Dangerous.
Danger's my middle name.
But there's like no punishment will be given until there is bloodshed. Maybe Liv finds out if Becky can still bleed tonight. She gave her a black eye. That's basically bloodshed. It's just bleeding under the skin. But still bloodshed.
Let them fight. And let them eat cake.
Russell McIntyre's in the chat.
Hey,
Says,
Russell.
ow, my face. Damn you, Miz. Was that in a commercial? Did we miss it?
Was that the Miz?
Alita says Becky is killing all the cricket characters. Is that what she's doing? I was just wondering who she was murdering to make her coats.
Who knows?
Seth really likes his Elmo coat, so.
Maybe it's a Fraggle.
Oh, yeah.
They had a bunch
I
of Fraggles.
forgot about them.
Yeah. Jim Henson creation, the Fraggle. Hey, Vince is there!
Vince McMahon is on TV once again.
Sami Zayn. Oh, no. Austin
That's
Theory!
Austin Theory.
Is he the chosen one? I got irritable bowel syndrome. I got an earache and an ingrown toenail. Yeah, he did great against Big E. A little cheating.
Yeah. Robbie says Becky has become annoying. And Sophie says, wow, another week with Vince on TV. Yeah. They must think that he should bring in the ratings.
Yeah, I mean, Vince will bring in the ratings, but they have Vince. They also have Edge, and then they're bringing in Braun.
Piccolo wants the McMahon puppet. He's just right here. He isn't too far away, ever.
Some good shit. Austin Theory is great. Sound like Tony the Tiger up in here. You know what's gonna happen? He's gonna sit with my office. What? Also, there he has to sit there. If you ever steal from me again, I will kill you. Understandable.
Totally understandable. I can't hear anything.
At all? Like it went out or?
No,
Let me turn
I
it
just
up.
can't hear it very well at all.
Yeah, my audio is like that too, so maybe it's not my earphones from. Is that better?
Well, at least I can hear her talking. I couldn't hear.
Hey, it's Sonya! The man, Becky
I couldn't
Lynch.
hear Vince talking worth of shit.
Get little Livy out here now.
Rock. Robbie says they used to have Fraggle Rock on VHS as a kid.
Yeah.
Sophie says hopefully they have some sort of payoff to whatever this Vince storyline is going to lead into. And Pickle is laughing. Austin Tiger Blood Theory. Sophie says, I thought Vince doesn't like to be on TV anymore because of his age.
I don't know. He's got to save his company, maybe. I don't know. He's going to have Austin Theory with him all night long.
Minnie here says Austin should hush while the broken down old rooster plays with his egg. LOL.
Let's
Robbie's
see
like,
how Liv does on the mic tonight.
Robbie's like more like the twat Becky Lynch. And Piccolo says, let's be real. Not a big time match, but much more like a grande than a vente.
Right? That's your first time contract signing. You're welcome for that. He cried. All right, what's she gonna do here?
Oh,
Liv's gonna have to talk, and it's gonna ruin the segment.
oh, totally. Lily does like time to get comfy. Sophie says, we know this Vince storyline is leading into something big, like every time he's shown up on TV over the years.
Maybe Austin Theory can win the title. When is the match? Next Monday on Raw. The other time it's a big title match, but you don't.
She's so sweet.
You're talking about the Islanders.
And here says Liv looking serious tonight, taking no BS from anyone, especially not Seth Rollins' first, but not last wife.
Ugh.
Gosh,
Here we go.
talked.
Let's just sign the contract. Put the mic down.
Robbie says Liv, hopefully Liv doesn't crumble. Sophie says Liv is part of the Wyndham family since she is dating Bo Dallas. She's not dating Bo Dallas. They just live on a farm together.
Like normal.
But you were a big blubbering mess.
She's like she always does. Like what?
So she's gonna put that in her face about crying about it. Sophie says Piccolo says the New York Jets isn't too good either. Oh, good. Play it. Do we get to hear the audio that goes with it?
Probably not. Not enough of it. Yeah, that's gonna backfire on Liv.
This is
It's like a totally different thing.
It's a totally different thing. It doesn't fit what she wants it to be.
Yeah, she's trying to make up a narrative that's not there. See? Well, you have friends? I don't. It doesn't work, Liv. You're the crybaby.
She's like, well, we gotta give her 10 minutes to talk out her asshole here.
As she's bullying.
As she's being a bully.
No, God, no, you'll never be at number 2,
Ew,
sweetie.
What? You're not even worth being in the top 10, sweetheart.
I was going to say, if she's in the top 10, I will kiss somebody's foot.
That's how I feel about Liv right now.
She's saying yes. Liv knows better. There's no way she could lead. Where are they going to find 10 women?
They've already done it. Oh, jeez. Robbie's like Becky chatting out of her ass. Vindicator's like crybaby Beck. So he's like, says,
shit.
Becky, shut up and stop talking about my town. I didn't see the people.
It's the same as the ones from the Royal Rumble thing that they just had.
Oh.
Survivor Series.
Sophie says, since it is not going to be part of the pay-per-view, I can see them giving Liv the championship since they sometimes do the title changes on free TV. You know...
Yeah, but what would they... I mean, you can't...
What would they gain? In all reality, what would it accomplish?
You can't...
Participation trophies for everybody?
You can't put a title on Liv. She doesn't have any...
She doesn't have it.
She doesn't have anything.
She doesn't have it.
Well, a lot of people don't have it, can still be champion. But she don't have anything.
Yeah, they aren't champion for very long, though. Robbie's like, haha, Beck crying. Piccolo's like, I don't get it. What
it's
don't you
tough.
Get? Robbie's like, Becky has just been murked. Vindicator's like, Dean, Travis, and Julie are so merciless when it comes to Liv. It's because she's a fucking waste of time.
Yeah,
I seriously can't stand her anymore.
She's taking time from somebody like Doudrop.
I fucking cannot stand Liv. I know that you guys love her and want to bone her or fuck her or whatever. Post her up on your little walls and keep her in your pockets and all that crap. She is worthless. Completely fucking worthless.
Okay, nobody's worthless.
Yeah, no, she is. I look at her as a completely worthless person when it comes to wrestling.
Right.
She can't wrestle very good. She fucking can't talk. And she wants to sit there and go after somebody who cried after a big match, yet she fucking loses and sits there in the middle of a fucking ring, cries her, bawling her ass off, and then gets on the mic and says, I quit! I fucking quit! I quit! I quit! I quit! Everybody's so mean to me! And she fucking walked out and fucking quit. And then those dumb assholes brought her back when they should have just said, go to your fucking farm and play with your little animals. And said, good fucking riddance. Instead, they didn't.
Right.
They kept her. Ugh. Barf.
But, I mean, they got to have new faces. I get that. And so it's worth her being on TV for a little while. But she's just showing that she has no mic skills.
She's showing she has nothing.
And she does it week after week now. Now it's time to go ahead and move forward. She's been on TV for like a month and a half straight. Yeah. Now it's time to just go ahead and move forward.
It's just ridiculous. Here's Randy Paul is in the chat. Hey, Randy, how's it going, man? Says, hey, all is Monday for you. Great. How was your weekend? Sophie says, remember when Liv was a lesbian? Too bad that storyline got dropped. It seemed like it was going somewhere.
Oh, Lord. I don't really remember.
Yeah, no, that wasn't going anywhere. That was just dumb on all their parts. They did all that build-up and re-characterizing her for that shit? Are you fucking
wait
kidding
a second.
me?
That's right, with Lana, huh?
Yeah.
She was Lana's lover.
It was fucking dumb as fuck. Robbie's like, then I know, right? Haha. Randy Paul says Liv Morgan is no dude drop. Alita says, look at the Tron. Vindicator says, Team Liv for the win. Robbie says, I hope Becky does lose the title. Randy Paul says, Liv is one of the best in WWE.
Come on.
202 Degree says, OMG,
Oh, shit. Liv. Randy's going to be Riddle tonight.
Aww. He's going to be a Riddle. How sweet. Look at his face. Look at his face.
How do you not break character in this one? You got 2 seconds. 1.
I'm surprised he gave him 2
Don't ever do that again. Sorry, Randy. You have 2 seconds to take that off my head.
I'm surprised he even gave him 2. Oh, let's see. 202. Let's see. Robbie says, I don't know. Do you live with the title? Does it seem so bad?
I think wrestling fans, I don't want to dog on everybody. I think they just think of it as what they do on television.
I guess.
How is she going to be on Leno or whatever the late night person is?
Oh my gosh! Like,
how is she going to carry the late night talk show circuit?
How's she going to articulate her wins?
The Monday morning, whatever those are.
Good Morning America.
There's Good Morning America type. How is she going to do that stuff?
She can barely talk herself through Bump. She can barely talk herself through Raw Talk. I mean, my God, she cries every single fucking time she's on anything. I bet you anything that something happens on her farm and she cries about it. I bet you anything that she stubs her toe and cries about it.
But anyways, what I'm talking about is there's more to wrestling than wrestling. And there's more to wrestling than just being on TV, right? Like, I just feel like there's so many women that are losing opportunities right now because she's on TV. I mean, even Bianca. And I was okay with Liv being over Bianca right now because Bianca was pushed too hard.
Yeah.
At first. But even Bianca's, I mean, better than Liv, right? Like,
yes.
I
would rather have Bianca.
Rhea Ripley, and I mean, Becky's hinted at that multiple times. That would be fantastic. Mm-hmm. There's just a lot of women out there that are being sidelined because of this Liv Morgan storyline.
Well, we have to give the poor crybaby a chance. Well, participation trophies for everybody.
Why doesn't she have a thing on? Oh, that's Nebraska, I believe.
That is Nebraska, it says it. Is that who you want to win? Just like, I got my favorite.
Well, so far, it is Nebraska, but I've only looked up once.
202 Degrees said Liv is awful on the mic. She's not getting any better. And that's the problem, right?
No, she's not
She's had
improving.
how many years to get better, and she still can't do it.
Yeah, she's not
improving. No matter
improving.
how angry she gets. In fact, she got so angry, I channeled my emotions. Then you should have channeled it into saying words that articulated how you felt and put Becky down where she needed to be. Instead, you hit her like a 3-year-old toddler having a tantrum because you can't use your words. Fucking can't stand her.
I think that's coming up later tonight, though, that 5-on-5.
Probably. Piccolo says, did I miss something? What's with Riddle twinning last week? He wanted to be
He just
Randy
wanted to be
Orton.
Randy, and
he
he
just
did
wanted
it.
to be Randy. That was all he's wanted, just to be Randy. Randy Paula says, not that good. Dewdrop is the most beautiful. Alita says, ew, no fucking hair. 202 says, when she lost the Money in the Bank, she posted a video crying end of the match.
Yeah, she just sits there in the ring in the corner. She'll try to get into the corner, and then
she
cries.
She tried to make it a joke, right? She's trying to own her crying because she's known as the big crybaby. But it doesn't work because
Becky
all it
called
does
her
is
out
make
on
me disrespect, not like her even more. The more she does it, the more I can't stand her. The more she plays a victim, the more I can't stand her.
Right.
The more she does her crap, the more I don't want to see her or listen to her or anything about her.
If you're a victim, you can never change.
And she won't, because she's always a victim. Poor Liv never gets a chance. You guys even say it. You guys say it in the chat all the time. Oh, poor Liv. She's never gotten a chance to be champion. It's time that Liv gets a chance. Poor Liv. Poor Liv. Poor Liv. Oh, poor Liv. All the time you guys say it. Liv is a victim. All the time. Liv plays a victim. She's probably a real victim in life. And she'll never get out of that persona because that's how she sees herself.
I don't know anything about her personal life, so I can't go there.
Just by what she acts like on there, totally that's part of her personal life. That's exactly probably how she is in real life, too.
Yeah, there's no way to tell.
There's no way that you can take that and say that that's the persona and the wrestling persona that she decided to be when she came to wrestling.
Right.
Especially with however they change her, no matter what they change her stuff, she reverts completely back to crybaby Liv in the corner. Always. Always. Like, it doesn't change. You can put different frosting on the outside, but the cake's still going to be nasty on the inside.
These flyover states aren't bad, are they?
Robbie says, what would be worse as the EST as champ again? Sophie says, Randy and Riddle, we know they are going to break them up to lead to a feud leading into Mania. 202 says Liv should have been released with Ruby Soho. Randy Paula says Liv is better than Becky Lynch. 202 says the crazy thing is that Liv Morgan is actually lesbi.
Wait a second. So you think that Liv is better on the mic than Becky Lynch?
Randy, I'm not sure exactly where you're getting at that she's better than Becky Lynch. Is it because you don't like Becky? Now, if you don't like Becky, then of course you're going to say she's better, but she's not. She sucks on the mic. She has terrible wrestling skills. I haven't seen her do a wrestling thing where she hasn't fucked up and made the other person look like a dumbass because they had to save her ass.
All right, so this is a tag match, guys. This is the Glorious Show-Offs against the Arcade Bro.
And it's for the tag team titles.
Virginia's not a flyover state.
No, it's the one that you have to go to at the bottom or over on the other side of the world. Let's see. Vindicator says, I guess only Liv could make Travis a Dewdrop fan. I guess he doesn't miss the evolution.
Old evolution.
Playboy Bunny Starlight Glimmers in the chat and says, so Randy went bald. 202 says, WWE, do us a favor, release Dana Brooke and Liv Morgan this week. Sophie says, Big E versus Rollins. I could see that be a stopgap feud to lead into bigger feuds for both of them leading into Mania. Vindicator says, WWE wrestlers don't go on talk shows unless it's about WrestleMania. Lolita's like Jimmy Fallon. Randy Paula says, Liv has the body. She will just sleep her way to the top.
Charlotte is on those shows all the time. She was just on a show the other day, and people were like, oh my God, she's being her own character. Like, she's being her character. And I was like, how do you know? I was like, maybe that's her, and her character's finally becoming her.
Right.
Like, maybe she's not becoming her character. Maybe her character's becoming her.
Exactly.
I don't know what she's like. I don't call her. I don't text her and shit.
You don't know her? You don't call her at home?
No, I've never called her once.
You haven't talked to her on the phone like King Dwayne?
Ashley or whatever the hell her name is. I don't even have
Ashley. 206 says, how is Liv Morgan going to make Monday Night Raw or SmackDown better? She should have been sent to NXT. Robbie says, make sure you smash up the likes. The Liv will smash up Becky and subscribe if you're new.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liv.
If you want Liv to win, give us a thumbs up. It's the only shot she's got.
Liv is far from being a champion. Don't remember any highlight moments from her singles career.
Ever.
What? You mean she's not a championship material? It's because, Piccola, they never give her a chance. Listen to her fans. They never give Liv a chance. Sophie's like, not every champion goes on talk shows. 202 says Shotzi Blackheart is better than Liv Morgan.
The ones you're talking about that don't go on talk shows don't stay champion.
Nope.
That's the whole point. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
They don't stay champions for very long.
We don't need stopgap.
Situations.
We don't want stopgap champions.
Especially in the women's division. They already fucked that up enough. They don't need to do it some more.
Yeah, they had Asuka, and they did nothing with her.
Vindicator says, but the rest of the Raw women's roster is trash. Ripley the only exception. Robbie's like, F Bianca Belair. She annoys the hell out of me.
No, I understand that. I don't want her pushed either. I'm just saying that...
Me neither.
I wanted Liv to win this because that gave Bianca more time away from the title.
Mm-hmm. Randy Paula says WWE needs something. Let's face it, it's crap right now. Robbie says it's Liv's time to shine. LOD, let her have her time. It's the only time she's gonna get. Sophie says on SmackDown, Toni Storm and Charlotte Flair have the same type of feud and storyline that Liv and Becky have. Alita said it is. Picola says
they really are doing that, and I mean, they even had freaking Tori crying.
I think it's completely disgraceful to put Toni Storm in that position.
It's just
she was never like that in NXT. She was never like that in UK.
Yeah,
why on earth would you do that to her?
Right? Yeah, they're botching that storyline.
It's terrible.
Because that's not her, but Liv is crying all the time.
Yeah.
Becky just brought it up. She brought it to the forefront. Now everybody's seeing it because it's facts. Because facts don't care about feelings.
And she's trying to make it oh no, but Bex cries too, and it's like different. Yeah, she waited until she was out of the ring.
When you win titles and you cry, it's okay.
Yeah.
If your parents die, it's okay. There's certain times, you know what I mean. But just to cry because you lost,
don't get your way.
It's not okay. If you don't like that feeling, become a winner.
Right? Oh, let's see. Picole's like put Liv in fantasy matches. Could she be competitive with Rhea, Asuka, Bayley, Sasha?
No.
No, and no.
Sasha, yes.
She could be competitive with Sasha because they're around the same size.
Right, because Sasha's smaller.
But Sasha doesn't botch. So the problem with Liv is if you watch her wrestle, she constantly botches. Naomi does the same shit. And fucking Natalya has to save their asses every single time that they wrestle together because the stupid bitches can't do their fucking jobs right. They're slow and they're dumb. I've watched them. Right. I sit here and watch them. And
I mean, she could go one-on-one with Shayna Baszler or something, but it would be a terrible match because Shayna slows everything way down, which would be in Liv's wheelhouse.
Right. But it wouldn't be fun. Nobody would want to watch it.
Be like the Mia Yim fight that she had.
Oh, God.
Shayna and Mia Yim. I was like, are they really wrestling right now? It was terrible.
Randy Paula says Bayley is the best wrestler in WWE women's roster. Robbie says Liv won't come on the Gab now with the way you have spoken about her now.
I would like to disagree with you on that one because I like other women more than Bayley, but I think you're right.
She makes other wrestlers. She's kind of like a Natalya.
She makes other women look great.
Yes.
Not just good, great.
Uh-huh.
When she was wrestling Naomi that one time, Naomi looked so good. I was like, huh. Oh. And then the week later, she wrestled Carmella.
Else, and you were like,
she wrestled Carmella, and it was terrible. And I was like,
what happened to Naomi?
Did Bayley do that? And then you look back, and she did.
Yep.
Bayley carried Naomi through the whole entire match and made her look good, not good. So yes, I definitely agree that Bayley probably is the best wrestler in the women's division. And I'm not a fan.
Right.
I'm not a huge fan of Bayley, but you have to have her out there with the other women. She's safe and she can just carry them.
Yeah. Randy says wham on Raw, Dolph and Bobby.
All right, we're back.
Dana Brooke have the same type of character Liv is for years. 202 says, I'd rather choose Tegan Nox instead of Liv Morgan. At least she knew how to improve on mic set and move set.
Yeah, that's just a shame. That's just a different type of thing. Her body failed her.
As a Vindicator says, Dalitha never wanted Liv on the Gap. LOL. Correct. Randy Paula says, better looking than Becky. Ravi says, Bob Rude. Elita says, just eat the frosting. Pepper Owen says, come on, Zoe, kick their ass. 202, Dalitha speaking facts from the Truth Books. Sophie says, how does Dana Brooke, Liv Morgan, and Tamina Snuka still have jobs while Tegan Nox, Mia Yim, and Ember Moon got released?
It's different. We don't know what happens behind the scenes.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on back there.
But, I mean, like me, I still think that Nia Jax should have a job.
Yeah.
Like, even though she's botchy and fucks up people's careers and shit, I don't care. She looks the part, she acts the part, and she's badass. She did start using her real name, by the way, on social media.
Yeah, I saw that she used a shortened version of her first name, but yeah.
She said if she ever decides to wrestle again, which she doubts, then she would pick a different name.
Yeah.
Meaning that she might be done.
Well, they were saying on that article you sent me was her wrestling name. That she changed her wrestling name to that.
Right.
And I was like, well, that seems weird, but I guess if she thinks that she's going to be wrestling. Anyways, Robbie says, 202 degrees, I must borrow that book sometime, haha. Randy says, you know that dog Seth had, he married it now. 202 says it's available on Amazon Prime. Pickle says, hello, me and Mercedes. We get Manny Petties once a month and spill tea about backstage rumors.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. That's the way you do it. Robbie says,
Hot
cheers,
tag.
202 degrees, 202 cheers back, Robbie.
Riddle
Robbie
rips
says, Dana
forward.
Brooke botches.
Yes.
Randy says, Asuka is a bad wrestler. Bailey carried her. Piccolo says, was Asuka that bad? I don't know. Asuka really isn't that bad of a wrestler, you guys.
I thought Asuka was terrific.
When she's wrestling and in the ring doing what she's going to be doing with the people that she can do stuff with, she does pretty good. There's every once in a while she has a bad night, but everybody
Bailey's
does.
going to make everybody look good, though. Like, you can't compare wrestlers when they're wrestling each other when they wrestle Bailey. Like I was just saying, Bailey is really good with other people. Kind of like John Cena. John Cena is really good with other wrestlers, making them look really good. He oversells it sometimes, so it's kind of goofy, but...
Right.
But you get the point.
Yes. 202 says, how come they couldn't release Nia Jax and Liv Morgan and Dana at the same time? I think Duluth and me are praying that they didn't sign another contract extended.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Liv, but I do know that she has a few fans. I don't know what's real and what's not, because when they show her and the crowds cheer, they zoom in. So I can't tell if the crowd really does care.
I know.
It's kind of like the news. Are they manipulating us? 1, 2, and...
And how many
Randy
of
kicks
her
out.
Twitter fans that you guys talk about
Are real.
because she's so loved aren't bots? Because you know that that Twitter and Instagram are just
Bot
flooded
farms.
with bots from other countries.
Bot farms.
They're bot farms, and it's a truthful thing. Look it up. They exist. They exist immensely to pull people in one direction or the other. Would not be a surprise if WWE does not use that to their advantage in some ways. So...
Whoa.
Oh, he almost got it.
Oh. Here comes RKO out of nowhere. Right in the center of the ring. Dolph's in trouble. 1, 2, 3. Rude couldn't get in to save him.
Because Riddle was hanging on his waist.
His scrotum.
His scrotum. He was hanging on his scrotum. Sophie says, I have a feeling that Liv Morgan might win the 2022 Royal Rumble to throw a wrench in the WWE WrestleMania plans. And Santa Claus is in the chat. Santa Claus, how's it going? You should be working. Why are you in here? I'm just teasing. Did Edge already come?
No.
And as Robbie says, yep, you missed Edge.
No. He's not been on TV yet.
Robbie says, D, cheers for the chat the other night. I never watched the boxing. I tried to, but I fell asleep. I kind of figured it was pretty late, and you said you had to work the next day. I was like, dude. But yeah, you missed a really good fight. That shit was phenomenal. Like, it was so good.
It was.
It was a really good
I kept
fight.
thinking that Lopez was going to come out.
I know.
And then Cabosas. Just.
Combosa.
It's us. It's SOS at the end. Cabosas.
Oh. Oh, you're not the only one who's got big news. Oh, Kevin has big news. What's Kevin Owens' big news? They're at least telling us who they are. So
Is it going to be a triple threat? Triple threat. It's going to be a triple threat. He's going to beat Big E tonight. It's a non-title match, and now he'll be added it.
Well, there you go, Sophie. You were correct. It probably will happen then.
Seth, that's not a joke. It's...
No, that's not how it is.
Go ask the postman.
He's Adam. He's the bald guy. Because he's talking to Seth like he has no idea who he is.
Right. Because you're a liar. We do know that about him.
Well, he is a liar. It wouldn't surprise me if they pulled some.
He's got like an
that.
old-fashioned like Survivor Series shirt on from like back in the day.
Here's
now we've got Edge.
There you go, guys.
Edge
Santa
is officially here.
There you go, Saint Nick. He's now in there. As Piccolo says, no, not yet, but now he is. Randy says when Bayley returns, she will make all these women look good. Toto says, I take that back, guys. Nia Jax was doing a lot of botches because of shameful rudeness she got from Charlotte Flair and others.
I guess.
Sophie says, do you see the WWE being sold with all the releases that happened the past 2 years?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it could happen. I'm not going to say it can't happen.
Cutting that stuff usually is a way. They trim it down to sell it for a
You
bigger
trim
price.
all the fat, and then you just sell the beef.
Sophie says Asuka is better than Liv Morgan. Sophie speaks facts right there. Robbie says...
Is that a question?
Bayley is a quality... No, that was a statement. Robbie says Bayley is a quality wrestler, never botches, always carries this sorry-ass woman when she wrestles. Piccolo says, here we go. Bots be everywhere. They are. They're everywhere. Randy says, do you think WWE is daft enough to fire Bayley? No. They're not going to do that. They're going to see how things go when she comes back.
She'll be back in April, and she'll be a champion. Like, calm down. Pump your brakes.
So
There's nothing wrong with Becky. She's the top 3 girl in the whole world.
Are you talking about Bayley?
Bayley.
Yeah.
Becky's the top 1 girl in the whole world.
Somebody says, every wrestling fan for every wrestling company has Twitter. Robbie says, D, I'm just saving him from the stink fest. Is your boy Edge. He's not my boy. He's totally all yours. People love that freaking weirdo. Old geriatric man.
Blah, 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 blah.
Every wrestling fan for every wrestling company has Twitter. False.
I don't have a Twitter. I've been a wrestling fan for quite a few years.
False. That's a false statement. 202 says, delete that. I think Liv Morgan wants to leave WWE to join Ruby. Ugh. You know, if she leaves, I hope to God that AEW does not pick her up. I mean, I would like to see their women's division do something, but putting another botchy moron on there isn't going to help them. Piccolo says, yo, Santa, where's that Red Ryder BB gun I asked for when I was 10? 202 says, I hope after this Becky Lynch Liv Morgan feud, she gets released immediately because she's making it worse with low ratings.
I don't necessarily want to see her get cut, or I'm not against her as a human being and living like a life.
I do not want her to have anything. I want her farm taken away from her too.
You're like a
I want
You're like,
I want her animals to go homeless. No, I just don't want her as a champion. I mean, fine, you want to put her out there, put her in like Dana Brooke shit. You know, make her so she's just a one-time thing you see every once in a while.
If people want to see her put a title on her, put her with somebody and make them a tag team champion.
Yeah, do something dumb like that. I mean, it can't be any worse than the garbage we have.
Don't we have new tag team champions?
Yeah. Carmella and Zelina Vega.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, see, that would be perfect. Don't
live against them with somebody. I don't know who. Put her with Dana fucking Brooke.
But Liv,
she's got the 24/7 belt. Make Dana Brooke a 2-time belt winner. Fucking give her fucking
right?
tag titles with fucking Liv Morgan. They talk about the same. It's perfect.
Put her with Cora Jade.
Sophie says, I called it that they might turn that singles match into a triple threat. Yeah, I gave you credit for that.
She did?
If you were listening, you would know. Randy says, oh no.
There he is, Postman Pierce.
Edge. That's WWE's answer for everything. Bring out the old farts.
Why do these women have capes on? It's probably Sonya. Evening gowns from North Dakota. Oh, sorry. Raw's still on. Sounds like a good idea. Sonya. That's true. They're going to do it.
Of course, because Sonya wants it.
They're going to...
It's good.
See, Kevin Owens is so intelligent that he planted the seed. Go talk to Adam Pearce. Now the seed's planted.
Yeah, Seth should have been like, you're a liar, and should have just walked off and never talked to any. He should have went to a different bald person and thought that was Adam.
Right. I wonder if his pants are on fire.
Do you think he's walking around with his pants on fire?
He could.
That's Utah.
Hey, Utah.
Holy crap.
I like Utahs. Prettiest girls in the union.
Holy shit. Sorry, guys. I'd rather be watching girls in evening wear right now in the Miss USA pageant than what's on our TV on the other side.
Well, you got an old man looking like Saint Nick. Nebraska's my fave so far. Although Utah might have just passed her.
Sophie says, I wonder whoever buys the WWE, how it will affect everything. We won't know until it happens. Robbie says, I don't care for Twitter. 202 says, does Liv Morgan even have a finished move that she hasn't stolen?
Probably not. But is it really stealing when you're using somebody else's? I mean, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is using the stunner.
He just calls it something else.
Well, he calls it the stunner. He had called it the Stone Cold Stunner, but yeah.
Let's see. Randy says, okay, I'll tell the truth. Bayley is by far the best looking. I say Dewtrop to be funny, but Bayley, she is beautiful. Well,
nothing wrong with Bayley.
Nothing wrong with Bayley.
She got body for days.
I guess not. Robbie says, D, you're ruthless. Sophie says, if Liv joins Ruby, that means she will go to your beloved AEW.
The Miz is back!
He can ruin everybody's night. How you guys feel about The Miz is how I feel about Liv. There you go.
Oh! He's got his wife with him.
Maurice?
Maurice, the eye candy.
What? He's got Maurice there with him? Oh, Miz and Mrs. for their show. Oh, my Lord. Oh, man. Pickles like Talitha wants to live on 24/7 segments only and only 24/7 segments. Exactly. Pickles like Cora Jade's hella cute. Who's Cora Jade?
She's in NXT.
Oh, okay. Robbie says Gab fans, other wrestlers are available apart from Liv on Raw tonight. Haha. Randy says Oldberg will win 2022 Royal Rumble.
No.
Robbie message retracted. 202 says I'm tired of seeing Edge. What? You are? I think you guys are a huge fan. Don't you guys love Edge?
Edge should have stayed away until the new year. I think he should have just
stayed away for a while longer.
Just a little bit longer.
Greg John says, hello, Gab. Hey, Greg John. 202 says, if you're going to bring Edge back, have him and Cena feud again one more time. As Robbie says, Edge with a puke face. And Sophie says, who is Cora Jade? Randy says, Edge is tired
She's
of
an NXT cutie.
Edge is tired of seeing Edge. Vindicator says, at the end of the year, I will get together with Kevin Owens and teach him how to be a much better liar. Good for you, Vin. 202 says, can we get McGregor versus Seth Rollins? Vindicator says, Cora Jade is a hot and athletic skateboarding chick.
I think Kentucky might have the prettiest face, this girl here.
Oh, she does have a pretty face, doesn't she?
Yes. Noticed her a few times. She looks like J-Lo.
A little bit, huh?
Yeah. Like a young J-Lo.
Wow. Robbie's like, The Miz, he's okay. Randy Paul's like, The Miz still has a job. What the fuck? Liv still has a job? What the fuck?
Listen to him. He ain't gonna hold back, by the way. What irks you the most, Miz? Yeah, it's Miz's comeback. Maurice. She's back, huh?
Is she actually gonna wrestle? She doesn't have a baby?
She's terrible, and she is from the Divas.
I never
era.
said she would be good. She ain't gonna be good. Piccolo says, what a copycat promotion. Sophie says, we are getting a Miz versus Edge feud. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Luna says, Miz is back. 202 says, Miz back without Morrison. Vindicator says, Maurice can't wrestle. Hope she doesn't make a comeback. Roberto says, I know the Miz is back. Randy says, Edge should never have came back. Be careful, guys. Don't give her too hard of a time. English is her second language for real. she was raised.
Didn't he
in
come
French
in like
Canada.
9th place?
Ravi says, "Do you love Edge, not the Gab fans?" I don't like him. You guys do, including you, Ravi. You gave him the love face earlier. Sophie says, "This is another surprising and fresh feud." Tutu says, "The crowd just said MJF." Ravi says, "I thought Miz was on some dancing crap show. He got an injury, Ravi, and so he didn't get voted off. He literally got an injury, so he couldn't continue." But yeah, he was on Dancing with the Stars. Is what it was called. He just said it. Randy says Tyson Fury versus Roman the Jobber Reigns at WrestleMania.
Oh no.
202 says Maurice is in the lower bottom as Liv Morgan 2.0.
Yeah, they're about equal on the mic.
Yeah. Robbie says Miz doing the MJF from Wednesday. Piccolo says the Masked Singer, Survivor, first 48 hours. Piccolo, if he was on the first 40 hours, wouldn't he be a murder victim?
First 40.
I mean, I know people want to murder him, but come on. Come on. Vindicator's like, MJF really should feel insulted being compared to
He
this
was
guy.
a champion in this calendar year, Edge. Like the year we're in, he was world champion.
He was. It might have only been for a week, but he still was. Vindicator is saying MJF really should be insulted being compared to this guy. I don't think MJF is insulted because in all reality,
MJF isn't quite, I don't think, on Miz's level because he can't get it out there. He can't tell the truth.
right?
Right? He can't hurt their feelings.
Yeah,
And
you
Miz
have to
don't
hurt their
give a
feelings.
shit. Miz, I guarantee, doesn't know what he's going to say right now. And he's thinking, he's like, all right, I'm going to tear him up. How?
I'm an era-defining superstar. Sophie says the crowd chanted MJF. Randy says Miz has been misused too much for me to give a damn, and Edge is way past his best.
Yeah,
Vindicator
Edge.
says Maurice should never take away the spotlight from Liv. Robbie says, poor Miz, lol. 202 says they gonna put Beth Phoenix in this storyline.
Oh, God.
Sophie says Tyson Fury wants to wrestle for the WWE again. 202, they can't put Beth out there. She has another career. She has a singing career she has to worry about.
Tyson Fury wants to be in the MMA. Like, it makes
Tyson
no
Fury
sense.
just wants to do everything. He wants to just be everywhere.
Wait till he unifies it in
everything.
boxing, and then he'll just retire.
Sophie says, so we are getting the Miz and Maurice versus Edge and Beth at some point.
What?
Sure, Sophie. 202 says Miz been buried since MJF came in the scene. Randy says WWE can have Fury. He is a joke. So is WWE right now, and that pains me to say that.
Edge got a small window.
Ravi, please, not Beth, please.
Is it? Are you sure there, Edge?
This guy. Where's his rascal? Somebody come get their patient. I think he escaped an assisted living home. He figured out how to get out the door.
You tango or you waltzed out here.
202 says MJF window is huge for the elite. Randy says he will bring out Lita.
Old Lita.
His face is going to fall off. That's what happens when you get old and do drugs. I mean, when you get old.
From Tough Enough. It's a fact. From Tough Enough.
Yeah, from Tough Enough. From the very bottom of
they
the
call
barrel.
it Jerk the Curtain. The opening match.
Mm-hmm. Piccolo says sparkly Mizzy. Yeah, Miz and Mrs. out there. Very sparkly. Toyota says this Miz and Edge promo is horrible, horrible, extra tartar sauce, horrible. Robbie says Edge cooks Miz all day in a match. That's funny.
Yeah, I think Edge is the better wrestler.
Sophie says good night.
Why do I have a spoon in my pocket?
Hell if I know why you have a spoon in your pocket. Are you going to dish up some crap for Edge to eat or something?
Oh, it was my berries.
Oh, but you couldn't eat them fast enough because they're cold. 202 says, why they keep teasing The Rock like bruh stopped? Nobody cares. Or throw John Cena's name out there constantly. Vindicator's like, Edge took a suitable jab at Miz when he said dancing with a body that can't hang anymore. LOL.
Woo! And that's his friend, too. Morrison. It's like his real buddy.
I like Marisa's face. Have you watched her face through the whole thing? She's just standing there like this. Like she's humming a song in her head. Like la la la, la 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 la, la la la. Edge talks at his butt.
You feeling froggy? Jump.
Randy says Michael Cole versus Paul Heyman match of 2022.
Main event WrestleMania.
202 says, now I see why people still praying for Bray Wyatt to save WWE. That guy, if he's lucky, he's escaped WWE.
What is it?
Never
Miz
comes back.
just leaves, right?
Look, Miss USA
See?
is 70 years of beauty. Oh.
Yeah, 70 years. Miss USA in
She
1953.
was 1953 Miss USA.
What the fuck? That was the year my mom was born. She didn't look that old. She looked like my mom's age. That's nuts to think of.
Picola Maurice has a baby shark in her head. That's a possibility too, Picola. I didn't think about that. What she was, humming in her head.
Moss got jacked.
That's a good jacked. Who's that lady? Which one was she? Miss USA?
Barbara
what?
Streisand.
No, what Miss USA year was she?
I don't know.
She's 1990. She must have been like in the 80s or the 70s or something then. Is there a windstorm happening that we don't know about? Look, it's Miss Hawiwi.
Wee-wee.
Miss Hawiwi.
I think I remember that one.
1997.
Yeah.
Brooke Lee. Miss Hawiwi. Insight.
Because he's blind.
Some insight.
See? He's blind. He's blind.
You can't see anything?
Yeah. My own personal bodyguard. Moss is like, I'm right here.
Oh my god!
AJ being Liv.
Smoke enthusiast.
Smoke enthusiast.
Jesus. Right my eyes. Robbie's like, oh, what a tune. Haha. Vindicator says Maurice versus Becky for Mom of the Year. paternity leave contract in a briefcase match. Randy says, all right, I am off to bed. I'll have the stream on in the background. Good night, all. Good night, Randy.
Good night. Hopefully we won't get too loud.
Have a good night. Sorry if I scream and yell and you wake up in a horrible
And it'll happen now, because
nightmare.
here comes the Street Profits.
The Street Profits. They want the smoke.
And drop those
202
cups.
says, get your Tom Brady midget size out the ring, Miz. Your nose couldn't even kick the field goal. Vindicator says, who sleeps with a chat stream going? LOL. We're not just a chat stream, Vindicator. We do talk, you know.
We're legendary.
We have words out our mouths. Robbie says, AJ with the quality acting, ha ha ha. Pickle is like, what the fuck, AJ curtain jerking makes you blind, bro.
Don't be doing that.
Mr. Vicky's in the chat. Hey, Mr. Vicky says, hello,
Mr.
what's going
Vicky?
on? Nothing much.
Not a whole lot.
Just
Just watching some wrestling and some Miss USA over on the side.
Yes, the Street
we are
Profits just
watching
came
Raw.
down. They're next. I don't know who they're going up against, though.
Moss, maybe? I have
Maybe
no
just
idea.
a Moss. Bryce is in the chat. Hey, Bryce.
Hey, Bryce.
What up, guys? And Walter's like, Edge is back. Yes, he was scheduled to be back
Yes, Edge
last
was here.
week.
We got Brock back on
mentioned it.
Friday.
Adam Pearce was having some
So,
PTSD issues.
Miz came out of nowhere and showed up. So Miz is back. He said Maurice is back. That adds to the women's division.
Yep. Let's see.
Not a
Walter
lot.
says good Raw.
It
and
almost
Alita
adds
says,
weight.
I do. What do you do, Alita? You do what?
Are you getting married?
Walter says the Miz and Maurice. Yeah. Everybody's people they hate the most.
Nobody hates Maurice, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure.
Give
they
her a
do.
title shot.
Yeah, she's just like Liv. Just give her a title shot. It's
She's
fine.
just as good on the mic.
She's just as good at what she does. Vindicator says Rami is going on Vicky, but no butcher blade in this show to chop it up.
No. Oh, shit. Bounty.
Just move the ticket. Seriously.
Not a chance.
Mr. Vicky says, I am so excited for WrestleMania 38. Walter says, John Morrison is gone, just Miz. LOL.
Yeah, that's
Walter
what
says, I can stay for 10 minutes and
that's
I'm
what
going.
Edge said to him too.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, while you're out doing your adventures and your best friend gets fired.
Mm-hmm.
No pulling punches, which is what you're supposed to do.
True. You are.
Where MJF just pulled everything, like he was running in first gear instead of third.
Mm-hmm. Google says, where are we watching this USA pageant?
It's on Sci-Fi.
No, it's not.
Oh, FYI.
It's on a channel called FYI. But we're watching it on our TV. Picture in picture. Ravi says Raw needs to pull its finger out of the dike. It'll flood.
TWA. Say it.
T
Well.
W A.
Right. Yeah. Say the word.
Why?
You have to flow with it.
You're not gonna like.
No, it's not twatter.
Okay. Which I could say twa, but twa.
Right. So TWA. Twa. Right.
TWA twa.
Twa. Do it again.
Twa.
All right. TWI.
Twee.
TWI.
Twee.
Okay. TWA.
Twa.
Again.
Twa.
Okay. TWO.
Two.
You're supposed to say twa. Whoa.
I'm
That's
like,
why you got to do it faster. You're going so slow. You get mad. The people is Two. Like, CWO is Two, huh?
Mr. Vicky says WWE is giving statements that they will bring 1,000 plus fans in the stadium right on WrestleMania 38.
There it is! The Alpha
Academy! Oh, that's what they're going up against. All right. Alita says, I have slept through stream a lot. A lot.
Yeah, I'm grateful for you.
Walter says, on Wednesday, I will be here AEW 8 p.m. And Ravi says, Walter, why do you stay for only a short time? And Bryce says, I might be a little bit busy, so I'll see you guys in the next live stream. I'm working on the Christmas tree. Bye. Okay, doing the ornaments and got a busy day tomorrow.
That is awesome.
Sweet, Bryce. Well, good luck with getting your Christmas tree done. Thanks for hanging with us for a minute. Have a good rest of your night.
AJ's just going to walk right into the fans.
Walter says, because I'm tired and busy. And Robbie says, cool, Waltz. Walter says, guys wear mask and wash hands. Get booster shot. Another COVID update from the Presidente.
Yeah.
Let's go, Brandon.
All right. It looks like we got the match started. Alpha Academy in there. Otis and Ford.
Montez Ford.
Montez. I knew it was something like that.
Indicator's like, I'll wash my hands, and that's it, Walter. Why even wash your hands, Vindicator, at this point? You should just not wash them.
Don't even shower anymore. Just give up. That's just weird. Don't give up. Never give up. Be like John Cena.
Piccolo's like, our upside down tree is already up. So with your upside down tree, Piccolo, do you put it on the ceiling for it to be upside down? Or is it just upside down on the floor? Answer. No.
Like a stick, but it's upside down. So the base is still the base?
Yeah. Walter says, okay then. Check it. I mean, like he's an athlete. Are they making sure? Telling him what's going on because AJ Styles doesn't know. He's like, what happened?
Yeah, he's blind.
So Corey Graves is like, and so this happened.
Oh, I wish I would have saw it. Well, the Street Profits trying to blind people. They're basically a menace to society.
Montez Ford is desperately fighting him. I almost got there, but I couldn't.
Otis should have just sat down. Okay, quit showing us AJ Styles.
We don't care about AJ Styles getting told what's happening by Corey Graves.
Corey Graves is telling us everything we need to know.
Old Dawkins. Getting some elbows out all over the place.
It was a legal tag, AJ. The Street Profits do seem to cheat every now and then.
Walter's like, looking forward to 2022. I hope this stuff has gone back to normal. Well, there's a way to fix that.
2021 was Delta. 2022 is Omicron or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called.
The way to do it is to live your life and
just live each day to its fullest.
Rally's in the chat. Hey, Rally says, hi, I'm liking Raw so far. Edge, back, Liv, Becky promo better than usual, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a great show so far. I have no complaints. Montez Ford diving over the top.
I have complaints.
You have a complaint?
I have complaints about Corey Graves and his weird outfit he has on with his mustache. He looks like Ron Burgundy.
That's probably who he's going for. AJ, I don't know what he was trying to do. He can't see. Almost is just standing over him. I don't understand what's happening there.
What are you thinking?
5-star frog splash! That's it. 1, 2, and 3. Chad Gable and Street Profits win that one handedly. Easily.
Robbie's like, I just won't do anything. Waltz, haha. And Piccolo says the base is skinny, then gets bigger up top. It's on the floor. Interesting. I need one that hangs from the ceiling.
It wouldn't be hard. Just get a tree and just hang it
from the ceiling.
It's not hard to hang something up.
Need a small tree this year.
Go get one.
Like one that's like this big.
That's what I was like. Is she going to just go buy one of those little ones that light up?
I almost am going to have to this year. if we want a tree.
Put it on a TV tray in front of the window.
I know. Well, with what's happening, it's just not possible. He's looking at him, so he must be able to see just fine.
His eyes could be a little bit better. They might be a little cloudy, though.
Yeah.
Go Kentucky. It's your birthday. North Carolina.
It was freaking horrible. To be more attentive.
Hanging out with the boss.
Is he like grooming him or something?
I feel like it means that he's going to be attacked. Like he needs to be more. Like, expect the unexpected, expect the unexpected, expect the unexpected. He's sitting there with Vince.
Right. See, look at Corey Graves. Remember, like a Ron Burgundy.
The arsonist has oddly shaped feet.
Anyways, Pico says the base is...
Lanolin? Like sheep's wool?
Yeah, like that one.
How about you don't wear a bra next time?
Walter says AEW is in Duluth, Georgia. I'm not going, just watching on TV. Well, dang it. I think that's what Alita was wondering if you were going. That's why she was kind of talking about earlier. She might have fell on asleep. Aravi says, haha. AJ Pickle is like, Ford just winked at me. Yeah, he did wink at the end of the thing, didn't he? And Rowley says, a lot of AEW references tonight. Have you noticed, Edge, about Miz on AEW and Liv mentioning Ruby Soho and Sarah Logan?
Damian Priest!
She didn't mention by name. She's kind of mentioned friends, but...
So this is for the United States Championship.
And it is against...
This one is against Apollo. Or do we call him Cruz? Apollo.
He's Apollo Cruz. Robbie says, LO AJ doing his best Ray Charles impression. Haha. Sophie says that Miz Edge segment looked like the MJF CM Punk segment.
Yes. A little meaner, but yeah.
A little more down and dirty.
Yeah, CM Punk was all fart and no poop in that one. MJF at least talked. He articulated his words better, but they were hollow.
Yeah. He didn't really attack him like he should have. He could have, like, attacked him to his core. But
do you think that they would take the title off Damian? I just don't see it.
Right now, no.
I feel like it's too early.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one fight. So does everybody remember that one? I don't know if it was Miss America pageant or if it was Miss USA, but it was one of these pageants. And that girl, like, got up there and she talked about, like, geography or something. How everybody should know something. I can't remember what it was. Do you remember what that was? They made a freaking meme or a spoof about it forever. Poor girl.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Anyways, Walter says, okay, bye, guys. Be safe. See you
right.
Wednesday night. Thanks,
See you, Walter.
Have a good one. We'll see you Wednesday. Be careful out there. Take care.
Trying to pop my back.
Are you?
Ugh.
Looks weird.
It
Sophie says
does.
Edge does have a point. The Miz leaves for a little while, and whoever he was teaming up with ends up getting released. Has that happened multiple times, Sophie? Or is it just this one time?
I think it's once. I don't remember him ever teaming with anybody else, really.
Has it happened before a whole bunch of times? Because he left for a while and John Morrison was still around. So, I don't know. Raleigh says, okay, a title match. Apollo Crews versus Damian Priest. Is it Dalitha Travis? Yes, it is! That's what's happening up next. As Robbie says, not this fool. Damian and Raleigh says they should not take title off Damian Priest. He's really good. I do like Damian Priest myself.
I think he's fine. And he's going to have one of his tantrum things.
As Alita says, her Percocet is working. Sorry. Do not apologize for your Percocet working. Please definitely get some sleep if your Percocet is working for you. Sophie says, Damian Priest haven't defended his championship that much since he won it. No, he hasn't, but you all think it's great. Janelle Jackson's in the chat. Hey, Janelle.
Hey, Janelle. Thanks for hanging out with us.
We got me and Liv Morgan. We got promo is when she said the reason why her friends are going is because Becky Lynch contract.
Right, like Becky making too much money that they have to cut everybody else.
Well, shouldn't Liv have taken a pay cut then to help her friends stay? Isn't she part of the problem? She's still working. She has a contract. She's working and making more money than they're probably making.
Ruby makes a bunch of money, I'm sure.
So maybe Liv should look at that against herself and say she should have taken a paycheck to help her friends. So this is Damian Sandow Morrison.
Damian Sandow Morrison.
So he says Sandow Morrison were Miz partners before they got released. You're talking about the guy, Sandow, what's his face?
Yeah. Yeah, Damian Sandow.
Yeah. Okay, so
I don't remember him getting released when The Miz was gone.
Yeah, I don't remember The Miz was gone when it happened. You're specifically saying that whenever The Miz disappears, leaves for a while, then all of his partner gets released. And I don't remember him being gone during that time. Robbie says Damian is one guy that adds no value to being a title winner. D, just allow it with the Liv agenda. Ha ha ha. Yeah, God no. Raleigh's like, Sarah Logan is coming back to wrestle. She said on Renee's podcast, Impact, maybe AEW. She's been at AEW backstage with Ruby Soho.
Well, good deal.
Good for her. I'm glad she's working herself out there.
Ah! Kevin's going to say it. He's going to be like, you planted the seeds.
Liar. Why would you even go find him out? He never told you.
He's going to reap it.
Liar. Pants on fire. Robbie says Ruby was the best out of the three. Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Alita says, love me some Priest.
Ruby had the possibility of becoming a world champion one day.
Mm-hmm. And who ruined that for her?
That would be Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
Screwed it up for a lot of women.
Screwed it up for everybody, bringing that dumb bitch into it.
All right, here comes Apollo Crews.
Sophie says, and what Edge said could involve people that Miz have been in feuds with, like Ryback, Sandow, Zack Ryder. Ryback says, Seth laugh kills me, haha. Well, Sophie, you could say that about every other. You could say that about every other wrestler too. Then it's not just Miz. I'm sure Edge ruined people's careers too, and they had to go. They got cut back in his day. How many people were released when he was still active as a wrestler before he came back as a geriatric patient? I mean, really. How many were released while John Cena was there? How many were released when The Rock was there? How many were released? I mean, you could say that about any of them. That doesn't prove anything. What does that prove?
That
Proves
people
nothing.
that he was working.
Proves that The Miz was the hardest working guy on the fucking roster, which most every single wrestler will tell you that they have respect for Miz. Mike Mizani is because he is one of the hardest working guys in the back and out there on the stage. He must be doing something right? 'Cause he's still there. He's still there.
For now. But, I mean, they got a television show, so I doubt they're cutting him anytime soon.
He's still there because he made himself fucking relevant. That's what you have to do in that business, is make yourself relevant.
And indispensable. All right, Damian Priest getting out wrestled right now.
Yes, it's happening right now. Is he going to get angry? He's going to beef himself up here if he gets mad enough.
He'll hulk up.
And then he'll cheat.
Arm drag.
Oh, Robbie says Seth laugh kills me. Ha ha. Robbie's like, D rolling tonight. Ha ha. Pepper Owens with the angry face. And Robbie says, come on, Apollo. Sophie says, it is almost Christmas time. Do you see another batch of release coming?
I think so.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I feel like we're going to get a couple more releases.
Some ones that we won't expect to, and it's not because their contracts are ending.
It's either going to be before or after Christmas, but I do believe we'll have one in the next 2 weeks. Or 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah, either right after the new year at some point or something, yeah. It's Commander a sneeze.
It really is going to depend because I think the last year, it was like March 7th when they had Revolution for AEW. And so they'll want to push that date. So they're behind, right? So any of these releases can't be at that pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah.
And so you got to do 90 days back from when you think that pay-per-view is going to be. And then you can start doing your arithmetic. Girl has giant boobs.
She does have giant boobs. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, oh my god. Like, she's either really tiny and just has a nice, enormous rack, or she just has really big boobs laying down. Robbie's like, Dana Brooke should go.
She is the 24/7 champion. What would they do without her?
I don't know who's going to take it from her. And is it going to be a thing, or they're just like, nah, she could be...
It would be cool if it went through the women for a while.
I just the women for a little bit. That'd be all right. Put it on some of those girls you never see. Have them be relevant for a moment.
Liv Morgan.
Yeah. Robbie says, Sophie, we know LOL. As Sophie said, they did release people a week before Thanksgiving and 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. As Sophie says, I'm surprised at how many people have survived the roster cuts the past 2 years. You know, the people who have survived was probably way more surprising than some of the ones they released. As Homer Simpson's in our chat. Hey, Homer.
Hey, Homer.
Do. Homer Simpson, it does not compute. Did you find your donut?
We were talking about Dana Brooke, and then her father showed up.
I know, right? Weird.
Because she looking like Bart Simpson with boobies. Why is there so much talking? Oh, that's the women. Never mind.
Yeah, they were probably answering questions or having their...
Is this the final four?
Q&A. There's 5 up there.
The one in the middle counts? I thought that was just the announcer.
Oh, maybe she's the announcer.
Yeah.
4, yeah, sorry. She's something. I don't know. Doesn't have any closed captions, so I couldn't tell you what's happening. Homer Simpson says Mr. Burns should own WWE. I thought Mr. Burns already did own it. Isn't Mr. Vince McMahon like Mr. Burns? Robbie's like, ha ha ha, that's an image that will bring up my breakfast, huh? Dana Brooke looking like, what's his face?
Bart Simpson.
Pickles like, you guys, I'm eating here.
She looks like him. I say it every time she comes out.
Every time. Every single time. Sophie says Johnny Gargano, Kyle O'Reilly, and Sami Zayn contracts are up next month, and Kevin Owens' contract to expire on Royal Rumble weekend.
It does.
Sweet. About the money, that's why we do it. That's why we traffic people. Why else would you traffic people? You think it's fucking easy? That shit's not easy. What a stupid question. Like, of all the questions to ask, you're going to ask that. Why do you do it? You know, what? Because I make money.
It's just business. All right, they are still wrestling. We got a Damian Priest and Apollo. Look at Apollo's power.
As Homer Simpson says, Bart is voiced by a woman, Nancy Cartwright, which is very truthful. Very true. Robbie says, Dee always so respectful of others when she drops a comment like that. Ha ha ha.
Apollo is one of those small guys that is explosive and strong.
Pickles like, she could be Maggie Simpson, the adult version.
Old Maggie. Isn't that the baby?
Yes. Yes.
I never really watched The Simpsons, so I don't know.
I've watched enough of them to at least know the characters. Sophie says, if all 4 of those guys do re-sign with the WWE, that would be a good surprise, except for all the AEW fans. Except for all the AEW fans out there.
Why do they want all these WWE guys in AEW? I just don't understand that. That's the part that just stumps me.
What AEW fans are you talking about? Are you talking about the Twitter bots? Because you know that's not real. Homer's like, The Simpsons will last forever. Forever.
It's immortal. It's like Hulk Hogan.
Forever.
1, 2, and Apollo just kicks out. Referee was counting super slow. General Sneeze on the outside is pretty upset.
Is he?
Looked like it.
Is it because he doesn't have a tissue for his issues? Is that why he's upset?
They wanted a brunette to win this year, I guess. I'm pretty sure everybody in there has brown hair that's left. Bam! 1, 2. No, Apollo kicks out again.
The concern on Commander Sneeze's face. Ooh.
Commander a chew. Whoa, Damian was going to get athletic. And he pulled back. Pump the brakes, son. Oh! Damian almost killed himself there. Did you see that? The wackadoo. You're not watching.
Apollo Crews is a wackadoo?
No.
Oh, Damian Priest did some wackadoo?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
A sneeze got involved.
Your ref's like, you did that, didn't you? It was you.
He's going to kick him out.
I heard you. I heard you. Get
Get
out.
out of here.
That's just silliness.
That's ridiculous. The referee just pulling power rank. Look at Damian. He's all upset. This is his devil.
Uh-huh. So the Miss USA pageant really is only 2 hours. That's it. It's 2 hours long. Crazy, huh? I just wanted to know. Because you were talking about it a little bit.
I just wasn't sure if it was 2 or 3 days straight or something. But I think they're all just 2 hours on TV. Oh, Paula's going to be done here. End it. The Reckoning. 1, 2, 3. Paula's done.
He got all sorts of angry.
Damian is so upset he had to wear eye makeup.
He's been wearing that for a while. It's kind of weird. Sophie says Ric Flair said in interviews that the thought about going out of retirement to face AEW's
Sammy.
Saturday Night Live is a lot older than The Simpsons by 10 years. Sophie says people who hate WWE wrestlers and WWE when they go to AEW, they love them, which I don't understand at all.
Who knows? It makes it look better. Seth, just interfere. Attack Big E. Big E gets disqualified and wins.
You lied to me.
Look at this
You
interviewer.
You.
She's all busting out the top of her blouse there.
You lied to me.
That went well. Uh-oh, Rey and his son.
Rey Mysterio and his son. So Robbie says Hulk Hogan is one what you gonna do, brother, away from calling it a day for real.
Oh, I know, it's sad.
Robbie's like, I can't stop laughing with Seth. Seth is pretty entertaining lately. That's for sure.
Are they both wrestling or is it just one? It looks like they both have gear on.
Yeah, it's Rey and his son versus Cedric and Shelton. Alexander and Benjamin. You know what's really funny about them is that their last names are both first names.
Benjamin and
Alexander.
Alexander.
Is that weird?
It's pretty weird.
That's pretty weird. That's just weird.
Get WrestleMania tickets for Christmas. April 2nd and 3rd. All right, we've got commercials on both sides now. This is ridiculous.
So my question with these pageant things, right? So are they winning for this year, or are they the winner for the next year?
They win it this year, and then they represent it next year.
Okay. So would they be considered the 2021 winner, or would they be considered the 2022 winner?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably the 2022 winner, since it's in November.
The year of 16 and 17, the Miss USA were both from the District of Columbia. And 18 was Nebraska. And 19 was North Carolina. And 20 was Mississippi.
MISSI PPI.
But the venue is held in Tulsa, Oklahoma at this time. Is what it looks like they're saying.
Maybe.
No, that's where the venue is at.
Lots of commercials. I'm looking forward to Seth Rollins interfering in that main event, though.
Right?
I think we're right around halfway done with Raw.
Yeah. We're further along than that.
15 minutes past half.
Let's see. Sophie says the Hurt Business have been back together for a while with no storyline explanation, and MVP is back. As Piccola says, nope, I'll pass. Nope, you'll pass with what? Ravi says, Sophie, you should just watch and enjoy wrestling for what it is now instead of getting all political about it. And Sophie says, WrestleMania tickets, I heard, are back to being the way it was before COVID. Sophie says, I'm enjoying wrestling, but I don't have anybody to talk wrestling with.
Yeah. Well, that's why you're here. Because you can talk with us anytime about wrestling.
Robbie says, oh, see, even Dee can't control herself when Seth comes on. Lately, he's just been a weirdo. And it's funny. Not because I like him by any means. It's just because he's a weirdo. Meg, shut up.
Do you mind if I go through your trash?
Was that a bear?
Mm-hmm.
Asking. But were they? So he's like, remember when they did commercial-free episodes of Raw for a while? I wish they'd do that sometimes.
Like an hour free? Hey, that was Zach Morris.
It's Saved by the Bell new season. Hey, is that guy then, like, was he on Saved by the Bell?
The blonde guy?
No. The other guy.
AC Slater?
No. The other guy. The guy that was with him.
I didn't look.
Oh. He's like the commentator guy on Pitch Perfect that's with the blonde in the booth.
No.
That guy.
Definitely not. Mr. Belding looks a lot like that guy.
Oh.
The principal. But it's not him. All right. Little arm drag by the Sun. Oh! Cedric taking out the Sun.
Meg, shut up.
All right. Over the top. Cedric Alexander.
Freakoid.
He's got the Sun pinned, but he's under the ropes. You can't pin somebody when you're under the ropes.
Rob is like, I know, D. Seth is just funny. He calls like WrestleMania's in Dallas.
It is.
Yeah.
The second and the third.
Pico says, I'm totally more interested in what you're looking up on beauty pageants than the shit show that's on USA. Well, I was trying to find out, like, how the winners are, like, if it's for, like, this year. So, like, she's 2021 and then just represents the faction for 2022, and then somebody else is nominated for 2022 or whatever. I mean, that's what I want to know, right? And they're down to, looks like, their last few ladies here. Tegan technically, if it's only a 2-hour show, they only have 10 minutes left to pick the winners.
Yeah, and they will. They'll pick them all right here.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 women left.
Oh, Daddy's in there. Cedric.
Rey Mysterio.
Oh, wait, no. That is not Cedric. That is Benjamin.
Yeah, Benjamin.
Shelton.
They have North Carolina, Kentucky, Texas,
Kansas.
South Carolina.
No, Nebraska, though. That's all that really mattered. Or Utah. All right, Rey Mysterio throwing in to Cedric Alexander.
The other girl that you like that has a really pretty face.
Yes,
so.
That's who I said. That's who I'm going for now.
I think one of the Dakotas is in there too.
Yeah,
still.
South Dakota.
Illinois is in there.
Or was it North? I think it was North Dakota. Oh! Double 6-1 Ned! They got it.
Oh, look at him go.
The Hurt Business is hurting.
Beating those guys.
Dominik gonna get a pin here. 1, 2, and 3. The Sun pins Cedric Alexander. The Hurt Business is basically irrelevant.
Right. Coming up is the crowning moment on Miss USA pageant, everybody. We have,
8
North
ladies.
Dakota, North Carolina, Texas, Kentucky, South Carolina, Illinois, and I did catch the other 2. So
America. There's states in America.
yes. Pico says Rip Screech, and Sophie says, who knew that the guy who replaced Adnan Virk lasted longer than him by 8 months? Adnan Virk was replaced because he just couldn't keep up with the scheduling, guys. It wasn't because he was a terrible announcer.
Yeah, I watched him just the other night. He was on DAZN.
Yeah, but he's way better at that than he was at wrestling. He was bad at it. Robbie says Dom got no chance. LOL. Sophie says with the 2 Night Manias, the winners of both Rumbles will be in the main event of Mania. Sophie says at least tonight we have gotten...
There's your teams.
Fresh matches.
Dana, Bianca,
Rhea, Nikki, and Belair.
Versus Tamina, Doudrop, and then the tag team champions.
Zelina and Carmella. Ew.
Oh, Lord. You're terrible on the mic.
Sophie says at least tonight we have gotten fresh matches. We only got like 1 or 2 rematches tonight.
We've only got like 4 matches all night, 5.
Yeah, that's pretty pathetic.
This is live. This is it. We're starting that 5-on-5.
Yeah, it's not the main event. Thank God.
Oh, no, they wouldn't do that. That big
Rob is like, what a win for D's boys, Dom and Ray. They ain't mine. They're all yours. You can have them.
Jana Brooke, proud of that title.
24/7. I hope that they try to pin her for it and it goes imploding. Isn't that what they're supposed to do? That would ruin everything. I want implosion to happen, so they gotta go after the 24/7 title, because technically she should. There's no time that you can't go after it. It's not like you can say timeout for it.
They did with Shane McMahon all the time. They do a timeout
when he had it.
Mm-hmm. Or when he was GM, he would do timeouts for that title when it was on.
The 24/7 title.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Just for the match. Like, it'd be a one-on-one match.
Oh.
And during that match, it was timed out. You couldn't get involved.
Yeah, I think it's way more fun than they did. It's funnier.
Can you imagine losing your title but still winning your match? Like, you get pinned by somebody else in the middle of your match.
So it says, how long will this match last, since the women's matches usually don't run that long? I don't know, 4 minutes.
It's got to last pretty long. I'd say 20-something minutes. How long did it last at Survivor Series? Remember, this was a terrible match at Survivor Series. And now they're redoing it. It's a little bit different people, but still.
Yeah, same
so
crap.
Less talent. Same concept.
I was like, Dana Brooke should come out on a skateboard like Bart. Ha. Yeah. Do you guys see it? Do you see it?
It's just her lips, not her.
Do you see it? So it's like, for a 3-hour show, some weeks it doesn't feel like it. Yeah, some weeks it feels like we're here for 6 hours straight.
Like last week, it felt like it was on for like an hour and a half. No, it was quick
that last week, was it? Oh, I must be. I just got my weeks mixed up.
Yeah, it was right after Survivor Series. So it was just a quick show on the next night.
But was it, though? It probably did it, though. I thought they talked. And did they have matches?
To me, it was great.
I don't remember of having matches. But I try to forget things that happen. Oh, look, all the ladies are out there. It's the crowning moment, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to be Miss USA? Some weird guy. He's not wearing a shirt under his jacket. It's creepy.
He's just a weirdo.
You think? So weird. So here's the 2020 Miss USA winner. Asai.
Her eyes are pretty far apart. I mean, like to where she can.
She needs an eye wrangler.
See out the side of her head.
She looks like
Uma.
No, she looks like the sloth from.
What
the hell's his name?
I can't remember.
What's the name of that show?
Ice Age.
Ice Age. What's the sloth's name off Ice Age? Sorry, it's not wrestling related.
Ashanta.
Piccola feels like 5 hours. Right? Vindicator says Liv is going to show the naysayers what a real leader looks like. Yeah, she'll probably go.
It's going to take her a few years. I'll be here waiting if she ever does.
I'm going to be old by the time it happens, like 80. Sophie's like, how long were the Queen's Crown Tournament combined times?
I have no idea.
You know, I have no idea.
You know, I used to do all the stopwatch stuff. I guess I could do it for this match.
Let's see. Robbie says, LOD, you can be in it if you really want to. Ha ha ha. Yes. Sophie says, sometimes it feels like 2.5 hour show. Piccolo says that Harry Potter game show will start in December on TBS.
It started last night.
It actually started last night, Piccolo. You missed the first night.
You missed the first episode. Hufflepuff versus Gryffindor. And you will be very disappointed.
It happened.
I watched it last night.
So it was like for SmackDown, that show sometimes doesn't feel like a 2 hour show. Sometimes it feels like an hour show.
Yeah, it goes quick.
That one does go pretty quick most of the time. Piccolo's like laughing. You guys are mean as fuck. Can't help it. Your 2020 winner, Miss USA over there. She waves too hard.
Right?
That is not a pageant wave.
That's how she gives hand jobs back at home.
Who told you to wave like that? Miss USA.
Hey, look.
It's not the same as Miss America. They have a song. Here are your finalists in the Miss USA pageant. There's 8 of them. 8 different states.
Not one.
Not one pie, but 2 pie.
Bam.
And then she cried.
And then Toni Storm was going to cry.
Yes. North Dakota, North Carolina, Kentucky, Texas.
He hints right here at retirement.
South Carolina, Illinois, Maryland, and Florida. Finally caught our names. Illinois is 3rd runner-up, I'm guessing. I wish I could hear it.
Well, like, I'm going to switch the volume over. It takes 2 seconds, I guess, but...
It's really quick. They're just doing a thingy real quick. Oh.
I don't know what just happened.
You closed it.
What happened? Stop. Get out. Just exit. There you go. Now...
I'll never know now.
Info? Guide. Wasn't that much higher here.
Right there.
You see it? Help if
no,
you
but
do.
it's on that channel. The FYI channel.
Here?
Yes.
So here. No, you gotta get out of it. Here. And then swap.
She's the new Miss USA.
She won
the
it.
one you thought was pretty. I wanted to see who won.
Looks like she did.
Miss Kentucky!
Could see it coming a mile away.
Miss Kentucky is your new Miss USA.
She had the prettiest face right out of the gate.
Totally did. Oh. Oh, how sweet.
They did that quick. I almost screwed up and missed the whole thing.
I know. I was like, God damn it.
They're like, and the winner, credits, and cut.
Right? And we need to move on with whatever's happening. We're taking too much time. It's only 2 hours, people. There's Sell This House is on next. Miss Kentucky is your new Miss USA. Sweet. Okay. Alita's like, NOTR, I watched it too. Oh, you watched the Miss USA? Nice.
Nothing wrong with
You
that.
could probably close the pip too.
I don't know how. I don't know how it happened.
Just go and then... There you go. She did it and they won it and they are now...
I liked
tag team champions.
having a big distraction over there for commercials, like because it made the whole show go quicker. So I'm
Except for when they put the commercials in the same way.
I thought about putting Monday Night Football up there before, because it's like, well, at least that way I could do something.
Right. Which you can. I don't care. Sophie says, I watched the Thanksgiving parade. It was a boring 4-hour show.
Oh my God, I couldn't imagine watching that.
My dad and I watched some of it.
Dewdrop, Carmella, Becky, Zelina, and Tamina. Nobody meaner
Then Tamina.
I think Zelina Vega might be meaner.
She might be a little bit meaner. Sophie's like, I never watched the Miss America pageant. Well, this one wasn't quite Miss America, but that one's the bigger one. But
look at all the gold.
Film says, hey, what up, Misty and Travis? Hey, Film, how's it going, man? Sophie says, we know Paul is going to turn his back on Reigns for Brock. Is he, though? Film's like, did I miss any women's matches? Happening right now.
Happening right this second. It's getting ready to start.
5-on-5, women.
5-on-5. You got 10 women in there.
Alita says they bred to do that.
10 broads sitting in the ring.
You're funny, Alita. She's like, they are bred to be pageant people. That's what she's saying. They're bred to do that.
You and you can do it.
You,
Okay, we gotta drown this one.
You don't have the grace. Get rid of it. Just
drown the first 3 babies. Oh, that one you can keep. Like Spartans.
Give it away. Just give it away. Foster home. Bigelow says, who's the runner-up? Gonna Google it. You're gonna have to because Travis cut it off.
I didn't mean to.
I didn't catch who the runner-up was.
Probably looking like Carmella, though.
So I missed it. Robbie says, Sophie, that will make a good storyline, and all we can hear is random screaming in the match.
Now remember, in Survivor Series, Rhea Ripley cost Team Raw, even though they ended up winning it in the long run.
Yes.
Because she attacked Zelina, who was trying to put the face mask on Carmella.
Yes.
But Carmella does have her face mask on.
She did get her mask
on. So her
on.
face is protected.
Sophie says the whole Brock Roman feud haven't reached it next chapter yet. Yeah. Film says, yes, 10 women wrestling in the same ring. Yes. Oh, yes. Can't wait to see some beautiful women's stuff. Yes. Let's go. Yeah, it's going to happen.
All right. I'm starting the timer now. All right. Liv Morgan with a drop kick. Goes flying in with a knee. Face down.
Luke's in the chat. Hey, Luke, how's it going? Says, what terrible stuff have I missed tonight? I don't know.
Nah, it's been a decent show. Right now we got a 10-on-10 tag team match.
Yeah, you better get in
the
there
women
and watch
versus
it.
the men. Or
the women versus women.
Well, whatever. They're like men over there.
Old Liv's out there. You better go watch her.
She's actually in the ring right now with Becky.
We know how much you love her and that she's the bestest. Robbie's like, Mela just getting on with it. She's like, da-da-da.
That's how she botches every time. She needs to get rid of that move because it doesn't work for her.
Right.
That's what makes it look so botchy.
So it says all 10 of these women are in feuds with each other.
Yes, this is very important match for everybody. Did Vin leave? Did he give us his 25-minute warning?
Vindicator has not given us his 25-minute warning, but he's not there.
If Kevin Owens beats Big E tonight, He is inserted in day one's triple threat match.
Yeah, and they just announced that Big E versus Seth Rollins at day one earlier in the night. And then Kevin lied to Seth about it and said, no, really, go ask the bald guy. Adam Pearce, he's the bald guy. So he went and asked him and said, I heard this lie from... And he's like, what? No, that didn't happen. Then, of course, Sonya walked up and she's like, that's a great idea. And so then they made it that after he came back and said, he's still saying the lies. And it's like,
so
what?
Her teammates aren't going to come in and help her?
She should be able to do it all herself.
I want to see Becky Rhea for about 2 months. I wouldn't mind that feud.
Yeah. Let's see.
Tamina's so powerful.
Brock and Roman Part 10 coming soon. Film's like, oh, Liv, I hope she doesn't cry. I hope she does. I want her to cry. Right in the ring, in front of everybody. Looks like first, I never said Liv was the bestest. Second, I'm just watching the stream tonight, not feeling well after working with the animals for 12 hours today.
I have a feeling that Liv is going to pin Becky tonight.
Probably. And so she can feel good about herself.
That's what they always do on the Go Home show. By the way, next week, Luke, is when Liv and Becky have their one-on-one match for the title.
Yeah.
It is scheduled for next Monday.
Yeah, it's scheduled for then.
They had a contract signing tonight.
And whatever, Luke, you know you say she's the bestest all the time. You love her so much.
Yeah, but he's also a realist.
Anyways, right now we have Rhea has just tagged Nikki, who just tagged Dana Brooke in to go get Tamina. And then
they've all been tagged
in everybody else and said, hey, you guys want some? And Tamina's like, oh, yeah? They're like, well, you did it.
He should be counting, and once he gets to 5, he should start disqualifying people.
She should. Or he should. Oh, Jesus. This thing. Ah! Sophie's like, Brock and Roman fought at a Mania SummerSlam Saudi Arabia in the past. Brock was a face before when he feuded with Rollins in 15.
So nobody, as of right now, has been eliminated yet, and we are 3 minutes and 47 seconds into this match.
Yes.
About 4 minutes.
Philip says, I hope Liv Morgan will stop wearing fish sleeves in her wrestling attire. I don't like it, in my honest opinion. Oh, Rhea Ripley's armpits. Oh, yes. Rob is like, all I can hear is Mella shouting, ha ha. I don't think that quite was all Mella.
That guy sucked up his tears.
Ew. Like they were rolling and then he just sucked them right back in.
Right back into his eye.
Sophie says, if Liv pins Becky, does that give the ending for next week away?
No. That's what they do is they have the babyface pin the heel the week before and then the heel wins the match. But it gives you hope.
Robbie, I bet Rhea pits sell. Right? Totally, huh? We're all muscular and stuff.
She all looking like a dude. Fat people stink a little bit more than skinny people.
It's not about the smell, it's about the look. No one wants smelly armpits. Those like, did Bliss return yet? I miss her from her sinus surgery. No. We're probably not going to see her until like next year.
The end of January would be my guess on that one.
Yeah. I mean, you know, she's going to take time off, guys, and stuff. It's fine. Ew. Strawberry cucumber? Oh, my God.
He got drank. Fa la 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 la.
Gross.
What is it? Was it beer?
No, it's like sparkling water, but the combinations are yucky. Vindicator's like, I'm still here, Travis. I decided to put my Mella disdain aside for tonight to see your girl Becky get handled by the Livinator.
Good deal. I'm glad that you're putting that away.
Sophie says, I'm confused. Is this a regular match or an elimination match?
You know what? That's a good question. I didn't think about that.
They never really said, did they?
I bet
did
you
they
it's.
say
I bet you. I didn't even
match?
think about that. I bet it is just a normal match. Winner
like
takes
it's
all.
just 10. That's just 5 on 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As Vindicator says, Bliss who? And Sophie says, or Liv could pin Zelina.
Yeah, but that wouldn't set up anything for their.
That wouldn't set up any like continuation of this Becky Liv garbage.
Yeah, it's got to be Becky Liv.
Yeah, you know, because they're the, you know, because Becky came up with it, and Liv was laughing about it because her acting skills suck really bad. And she's all like,
Would you want Becky to take a pinfall, though? That's the only part I don't see. Jessie Diggins did it.
She did. It'll be etched in history.
February 3rd.
Yay! Winter Olympics.
In China. Beijing, I believe.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, Beijing. Hopefully they have just an amazing ceremony because Japan dropped the ball.
They were fucking lame.
Japan should never be allowed to host the Olympics again. They shouldn't even be allowed to bid.
Yeah, it's just a tag team match. Like a 5-person
Yeah, it looks like it is
match.
just a straight up tag team match.
Yeah. Yes. Manhandle her, Dewdrop. Manhandle her. Sophie says this is like, what, Bliss' 3rd or 4th vacation over the last year. She had surgery this time.
She had surgery on her face.
It's not about vacation. This is a surgery.
Maybe she got a new nose. Not that there was anything wrong with her old nose.
She might have just had some inner turmoil stuff happening in her nose. She needed to get
Yeah,
fixed.
she had to get sinus fixed, but I'm just wondering if she got some rhinoplasty at the same time. Might as well get your boobs done, your butt done, whatever, while you're out. I'm pretty sure that's, you know, like Impact, Chelsea Green, I'm pretty sure she got her boobs done.
Either that or
She did not have boobs like that when she was in NXT or when she was in the WWE, you know, for that short little period of time. And now all of a sudden she's got boobs, and it's like,
Film says, okay, Ms. D and Travis, I have to go. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Peace out. Bye, guys. Bye, Film.
See you,
Thanks
bud.
for hanging with us. Sophie says, this is a regular match. Yep. 202 says, welcome back to Liv Morgan Night Raw. Film says, bye, guys. Love y'all. Bye, Film. Sophie says, February 3rd, the day after my birthday. Pickle says, this is a joke. Why do the women matches always get discombobulated? Because they're a joke. Like, the whole women's division has been made a joke.
It is. They are trying to bring relevance to it. Charlotte tries.
Everybody hates
Becky
her,
does
though.
okay. Well,
Y'all hate her.
It's because they don't know better. Wrestling fans are really strange sometimes.
I know. I noticed. 202 says this is like Marvel versus DC female Hulk Dewdrop. Vindicator says, too bad WWE won't sign Jordan Grace, who is a prettier and stronger version of Dewdrop.
Is that the girl from, like, Animal's Daughter or whatever?
I don't think so. Jordan Grace is that one that's short and she's got really big thighs. And
she looks like she's obese, but she's muscly.
Yeah. She's the one that works out all the time and wears those weird outfits to show you all of her muscular stuff, and you're just like, like you're like,
Did you say steak?
It makes me go, Her face isn't bad, but Sophie says before the pay-per-view schedule came out, there was talks that they might move the Rumble to February. It's not surprising. I mean, they can move any of them, right? The pay-per-views could be changed, moved, done different times, different
Okay,
days.
here comes Rhea.
Oh, check out Mella, like nothing.
Mella, hopefully her mask's
She's
okay.
like, come on.
Uh-oh.
She's
Is her
like,
mask
oh,
okay?
no, my face. Dana's like, are you okay? Dana's like trying to be all nice. Look at her. Look at her concern. It's like, that's
Dana
not, yeah, that's not your teammate, sweetie.
Oh! Face first right into the canvas. Rhea Ripley's gone awry. Oh, double, triple knee. Right to the face, right to the puss of Carmella. Whoa, missed with the drop
out of the way. Smart move.
Carmella. There, she's going to end it.
Oh,
Dana, you cheating bitch. Woo.
Of course she's
Hit her with
not.
natural selection.
Zelina's
There's
like, "Let me
Zelina with the
help."
big knee. Nikki Cross comes in. Snap. Neck breaker. Or spinning neck breaker, I guess you'd call. Samoan drop.
P. Cola says, looks like Dark Order versus the Elite Shenanigans.
Dewdrop. Go right after
Belair.
Bianca. Esther.
Yeah,
Oh!
Esther. Vindicator says, but she is stuck in Impact holding some stupid participation trophy belt called
Oh my God, she is
Digital
so
Media
fucking botchy.
Championship.
It's ridiculous. Becky in this.
Liv?
Yeah.
What did she do this
She
time?
was supposed to have, like, Tamina or Doudrop follow her and then pull the ropes. She just ran over and pulled the ropes. So Doudrop had to just run over there and jump out. It was so dumb. Riptide. No! Carmella kicked her in the ass. Kicks her right in the side of the head. Carmella might get this. 1, 2. Rhea Ripley
close.
kicks out.
Wow, Carmella, you tried, girl. You tried.
Back to a commercial break.
Commercial break.
Ain't seen the sun in 66 days. Let me count the ways in a fucked up maze. What is that?
Oh, I was just trying to find my spot. Sophie says before her nose break, didn't Bliss take another break for a while? Okay, so Bliss did have some nose problems before where something happened with her face. And that was a while ago. And sometime during that, she took some time because of some health issues that she was having. She actually suffers from some other medical issues that I don't know what they are. I know that Luke and I have talked about them before. But she does have some other types of medical issues that she deals with. That's kind of why she looks like she's a 12-year-old little girl. And so that can cause some complications with everything. But other than that, she has taken time off like any wrestler should be able to do. Or anybody who has a job, you should be able to take time off from your job, right? If you work. I don't know if you work. But if you do have a job, most people who have a job, you know, that they go to on a daily basis every single day, like to take some time off from said job. So, you know, wrestlers are going to be the same way. They're going to want to take some time away from being in the spotlight, constantly having to wrestle, constantly being out there.
No, no.
It gives them a chance to kind of...
Sorry.
What was that, what they were talking about?
Garlic or butter? Which one would you rather live without?
Garlic.
Exactly, right?
Butter can go on
She
everything.
said, I'll go without butter. She picked garlic. And then she's like, oh, no. What?
Ew. Yeah. Yeah, no. Oh, hell no. Garlic, I could probably go without garlic. You could always flavor with other stuff.
Butter makes everything taste. Butter make ice cream taste better.
It is an ice cream. Just kidding. Basically, ice cream is butter, by the way. It's like made with the same things that you can make butter with.
I'm just saying, anything there is that's food, if you took a little piece of butter and wiped it around the inside of your mouth and then ate it, it would taste better. That's all I'm saying.
Pickle is telling you, nah, Chelsea has had that nice body since the Indies.
No,
but did she have the wrap?
Her body, yes, I get her body.
Boobs.
But look at just the boobs.
Just the boobies, okay? Just the boobies. We're talking about just the boobs. Not her whole body, her boobs. Sophie says, remember when they were pushing the women a lot more than they were doing now a few years ago? Yeah, and then Ronda Rousey came around and ruined
screwed
everything.
it all up for everybody.
Now they're back to where they were, like, worse off than they were during the Diva era. At least in the Diva era, it meant something.
They had a little bit more attention in the Diva era, but that was, I guess you could say, negative attention.
I don't care what kind of attention it is, they're getting attention. That's why I said it made them more relevant at this point. You know? Like, it's so bad that you're just like, like, do something. Let's see. 202 says Rhea Ripley needs to give Pink her hair back. Pickle says Britt Baker and Chelsea were a short-lived tag team in the Indies. Vindicator says there's nothing to like about Charlotte. She is spoon-fed and mostly talks gibberish out of her bumhole while she brags about her place in wrestling.
The old Charlotte did, yes, but now she's just ruthless. She's a different wrestler than she was just even a few months ago. Yeah, like she's really grown on me just over the last 3 months.
She's actually changed how she does her promos. They're kind of mean.
And she's just
mean.
Yeah.
Like
a see you next Tuesday.
Like
she goes right after their throat.
Like everything about them that I make complaints about, Charlotte does to their face. She says the things I would like to say to them. Let's put it that way. Sophie says, it's funny, after the AEW Impact partnership ended, that's when the guy formerly known as Bronson Reed showed up at Impact instead of AEW. AEW wouldn't have taken him. 202 says, tired of seeing this match. The whole thing was really trash. Sophie says Sasha Banks is also another person that takes time off at random times during the year. Sasha Banks is a different story. She's kind of a attention seeker.
Very small, and it's all about her.
Kind of.
Oh,
selfish.
Tamia's so strong.
Not all of her times off are anything to do with.
She made a movie, guys, or a show, or a television series.
Yeah, she was doing a voiceover or something.
She was in Mandalorian.
A voice.
One,
that's a voice.
Two.
That's a cartoon.
I think she was in it. I'm pretty sure it's a movie, isn't it? Or a
The
TV
Mandalorian
show.
is a fucking cartoon.
I don't know. I don't
Isn't
watch
it?
that stuff.
Like
I'm pretty sure it's
weird...
just a series.
Oh, is it a series?
With humans.
I know it's a series, but does it have people?
I
don't
thought
think
it had
does.
humans.
Better watch out. Oh!
Oh, big clothesline.
She's like, I gotta
Nikki
stick my
ASH.
titty back in my shirt! Looks like Liv has a medium for a disease that slows. In worst cases, stunts completely physical development of height, bones, and metabolism. By 1 week, Liv can look cute as healthy, then look like a 50-year-old girl. Next, the fact that she is able to wrestle at all is actually astonishing.
What in the world are these girls doing?
I thought that was bliss, but okay. Piccolo says I didn't want butter pecan.
Dana Brooke falls down into everybody, takes everybody out. The tag team champions are still up there.
Poor Dewdrop. 202 says Charlotte Flair is a copycat Tessa Blanchard. Not really. Sophie says Long Island, the place where WWE held its first and only all-female pay-per-view.
Big kick, 1, 2. Liv just kicks out.
Which is ridiculous. There's no way. Sophie's like, Sasha Banks did confirm that she asked for her release in 2019. Yeah, she was gone for a while.
That was that tag team shit with the Iconics.
Sophie says maybe someone else will pin Becky to set up for a day 1 pay-per-view. Totu says, this is horrible. Looks like, oops, I meant Bliss. I thought that's who, because we had talked about it before that she had some, like, crazy disease that made her look like a little kid. Yeah.
Tamina.
So, yeah, it's Bliss. There you go.
That's it. Tamina's done. 1, 2, 3. Liv gets a dub. 14-44.
Who did she get a dub against?
Tamina.
Who didn't she get a dub against?
Well, Becky.
She didn't pin Becky, did she?
Mm-mm.
Tamina took the loss.
I think it's because they just don't want Becky to have any losses until WrestleMania, would be my guess.
Minicure's like it says on Liv's butt, just watch her. No thanks.
Just watch me. Oh, 14-minute match, though. Oh! Bianca got the power.
But she might have
They're all
herself in the
impressed, you know,
process.
like, she picked up a fat girl, but they don't want to say that, right? Like, it's
wow, look, she picked up this really hefty chick who jumped in her arms so she could throw her down. That was amazing. 202's laughing, and Sophie says, so if Liv pins Tamina, what does that mean for next week? That
nothing.
Liv is a loser.
It means absolutely nothing.
Loser.
There, she got over a little bit.
Loser. Vindicator's like, I told you, Travis, Liv got the win. Crybaby Bex can't handle it. LOL. Okay.
Oh, whatever. She wasn't even in the ring.
Becky Lynch is a bad guy. She's doing as a bad guy would, right? Oh my God.
Liv. Trying to act like a champion. She's like, I saw other wrestlers do this before.
This is how it's done, right? Well, Vin, you didn't tell Travis anything because he already said at the beginning that she would probably get the win.
Yeah, well, we knew their team was going to win.
Hello? Were you not listening?
McFly!
McFly!
See, he keeps telling him that.
When it's a surprise, it has to be a surprise.
You have to expect the unexpected.
Two says that will be Liv Morgan's last win after losing against Liv Morgan. Two says Liv is losing next week with more crying videos.
If you expect the surprise, then it's not a surprise. It's a real surprise. Doesn't
Does
Austin
he
Theory's
want
like,
him to watch or what?
I don't know what to do.
Why are you being so mean to me?
The biggest joke in the WWE.
What the fuck is he doing to that poor man?
He's wiping his face.
But why?
Like maybe he ate a crumpet.
I don't think that's where he's... I don't think he's from England. I think he's from Scotland.
Whatever.
Pretty sure they don't eat crumpets there. According to Ravi, crumpets are gross.
I don't even know what it is.
It's like an English muffin. Like what the English muffins that we have.
The good ones though, the sweet ones. Like the ones they have here that are like lemon and they're up at the gas station, they're in plastic wrappers.
Are you talking about muffins?
Mm-hmm.
No, sweetie, not muffins. Not spongy cakes. Not cakes. Not spongy cakes.
No, you're talking about these things?
English muffin that comes on the Egg McMuffin from McDonald's.
So this thing.
That's a biscuit. That's a biscuit. That's different.
Jesus Christ, there's too many things.
No, there isn't. Egg McMuffin. Remember Egg McMuffins?
Mm-hmm.
You know that thing on the Egg McMuffin?
Mm-hmm.
That's an English muffin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? What we call an English muffin.
That's a crumpet.
That's almost exactly what crumpets kind of look like.
Nice.
You're not Peter Parker. I am so confused right now. So, he's a different Spider-Man and they don't know he's Spider-Man because they know a different Spider-Man and a different Peter Parker.
I guess, maybe.
Travis is ready. We don't know what he's ready for, but he is ready. So, on the radio earlier, they were talking about how they had like a what do you call those? A poll on the internet, right? About if you could only keep one utensil, what utensil would you keep?
A spork.
That was everybody's out of the box thinking was a spork.
Oh.
I said chopsticks.
That's pretty funny.
which was a choice people said. But most people said a spoon, that they would keep a spoon. They would.
How do you eat meat with a spoon?
You eat it with your hands. Can't eat it with a fork either.
Yeah, it's got a fork on the tip.
How would you? You can't cut it or anything. You'd still have to like rip it off, like a Neanderthal.
That's what I'm known for doing.
202's laughing. So he says, so if Liv pins Tamina, what does that mean for next week? 202
Nothing.
says that will be Liv Morgan's win. Oh, I already read all those.
That's Liv's last win in WWE.
Sophie says there hasn't been a Raw Women's Championship changed hands on TV for a while. And Vindicator says McFly. And 202 says Bayley is returning next week to challenge Becky Lynch. There is no one else she could face next after Morgan. Sophie says Austin Theory looks like he doesn't know what to do with Vince because he knows he could get fired at some point if he makes one wrong move.
Right? Poor kid. I feel bad for him. It's pretty funny, though.
He
keeps telling him to be ready for a surprise.
What's
So I feel like he's going to be the one that gets surprised.
What's the surprise going to be for him? You're fired.
I was hoping he'd be in the main event tonight.
Vindicator says deep down Becky can feel that title slipping through those greasy fingers. Vindicator says, but I can't rest easy tonight with that awesome result. So you guys... But I can rest easy tonight with that awesome result. So you guys take care. I will see you in 40-something hours later. Oh, yeah, and Liv Morgan. All right. Bye, Ben.
Hey! That's who I want to see. See you, Ben. Dear.
Two says, Sophie, I honestly hope not. As Sophie said, maybe this Liv Morgan Lynch feud will somehow go all the way to day one.
It will. Unless they got another woman involved, but I don't see any other women that are ready.
Vera Mahan. Come to Raw. Because says, chopsticks. Are you pretty handy with those?
Do you think that...
I actually can do
you
pretty
think
good
that
with them.
Kevin Owens wins this because of Austin Theory, and then Austin Theory's also added?
Maybe.
And that's what this whole thing's about?
That could be the surprise to be surprised about.
Bobby, this is the guy we need to be wrestling Big E at day one.
I would say I'm not by any means a pro or anything, but I'm adequate with chopsticks.
She can catch flies and shit, but
No,
that's about it. Just kidding. She can't catch a fly.
I haven't tried to catch flies with chopsticks.
I have a spoon in my hand.
Put it back in your pocket, you weirdo.
It's creepy weird.
Spiegel says, have a good one, Vindicator.
Damn. 3-time national champion.
He looks not any different. Oh, cool. He wrestled for the army. That's neat.
Uh-huh. He is meant to be in WWE, and he should have been champion years ago.
Right? I do have to agree with that. That's just ridiculous.
He was so explosive back then. He's still strong and stuff, but he's 44.
Yeah.
That's a big show. That he's manhandling.
Oh, shit.
Is that Umaga? Oh.
Joe2 says the two women who should face Becky Lynch as Dakota Kai is Hill. Sophie says, you remember the last time Vince had a chosen one? It didn't pan out the first time with Drew.
No.
No. Luke says, Trav, do you think they could use interference to have Liv win, flip heel, and add Bayley to the mix? I ask because Bayley has been supporting Liv online and training her supposedly. And it would be to bring Bayley back. Plus, the little tease of Liv getting angry was cheered by Bayley. Just seems like a weird, convoluted WWE story.
Right. So, I mean, obviously they can do anything with Bayley. The thing with Bayley that I've seen is that she's still in crutches.
Yeah.
So they said around April is when she'd be back.
Right.
But if she is ready and the whole crutches thing is just part of the gimmick, then absolutely they could. I doubt they would turn Liv heel, but...
Well, and the thing of it is, Luco, is that, I mean, and I don't think that Becky is being a bitch about this. Becky actually was very, supportive of Liv attacking her, too. Like, she wasn't like, how dare you? I mean, the look on her face, after was supposed to be that way. But she actually praised Liv for doing what she did. So, in all reality, I mean... it's kind of like, oh, all right,
Becky wants to be a top heel. So they wouldn't turn Liv into a heel to fight a top heel when Becky doesn't want to turn back into a baby face.
I don't think Liv could be a heel.
Anybody can be a heel.
I don't think she
It's almost simple to be a heel. You just tell everybody they're stupid.
I don't think she could do it. I think she'd cry about it afterwards. 202 says Dakota Kai versus Becky Lynch with Hill versus Hill would be the only thing watching on day one. Sophie says, I feel bad for Austin Theory.
Yeah, right now, right?
Every time he gets called up to the main roster, it seems like they don't know what to do with him. Look at his first main roster run.
Yeah, I think that was just because of the pandemic and they needed some talent.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people didn't want to wrestle at the time. Mm-hmm. But they put him with Zelina Vega.
Yeah.
Remember that? With the Angel Garza and
Andrade.
And Andrade, that's what it was. Mm-hmm. I was like, who's the other guy? It was Andrade.
Yep. 202 says, Luke Riley, honestly, I hope the booked of this Liv Becky Lynch feud ends for good. Don't do no DQ for continued feud for April. Sophie says, do you see Big E making it all the way to Mania as a WWE champion?
He's losing it day one. I'm betting everything against him on day one. He could definitely win. Anybody can win, but I feel like they're going to put the title on Seth by beating Kevin Owens or vice versa.
Somehow.
Kevin by beating Seth.
Well, these guys hate each other, right? Mm-hmm. All three of them have been hating each other, which I just think it's dumb why they keep doing that. Why do they keep having these championship matches like this and have them, everybody's mad at, there's three different people upset at the same time with the person of the champion, and then they put them all in a match together. Then
the champion loses, but without losing. Except for if you're Roman. Roman didn't lose.
Right.
But I could see it. You could see Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen, so nobody take me to heart for this at home. But Sami Zayn added to a triple threat against Roman and Brock, and then Brock beats Sami.
Right.
You see, or Roman beats Sami.
Right.
Sami doesn't belong in there, but I'm just saying that he would definitely be the one that takes the loss.
Right.
And then watch him walk out as champion.
Luke says it just seems weird that two of the top lady heels are going out of their way to support Liv. Plus, when Liv debuted with the Riot Squad, she was heel, and she was the meanest one of the group then.
Right. Yeah, she was like the. She reminded me of the Grinch, with that evil smile that she had, because she'd come down and she'd put her elbows on the ring, stick her butt out, and then she'd do like a little smile thing. He has an unfair advantage.
Because he doesn't have real legs?
It's a joke. I say that every time I see somebody without legs. I'm like, they have an unfair advantage.
So,
like, tink, tink.
So do they have Paralympics for Winter Olympics too? Then?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say probably.
Because there's no way that he would get a spot.
Yeah, he would. Because you don't use your legs in what he's doing.
What? He's skiing.
Yeah. You don't use your legs in skiing.
You're such a liar. What do the skis go on?
Your feet.
Okay, and what are your feet attached to?
Your ankles.
Your ankles are attached to what?
Your shins.
Your shins are attached to what?
Your knees. There's no legs down there.
When you put it all together, what is it normally called?
He has fake legs.
They're not real, though.
That's the point.
He shouldn't be allowed.
I think he was in a sled.
I don't care what he was in.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You don't use your legs in a sled. But, so it would give him an unfair advantage because he'd be lighter.
Yeah.
It's
an unfair advantage altogether if he has no legs and he's competing against people with legs.
So the only reason, and by the way, I'm not picking on people. It's Cat Williams. Cat Williams is talking about Tink Tink, who actually ended up killing his girlfriend later on in life. But at the time,
bad person.
Tink Tink wasn't a murderer.
Yeah.
And
at the time of this Cat Williams stand-up,
he would race against able bodies and win. And there's no place that you want to be in a foot race is behind the person with no foots. Right? Like, and so they'd say he had an unfair advantage, and then they'd let him race, and then they would take the win away from him. So, anyways, because he had an unfair advantage. So you're telling me the motherfucker without any legs in a foot race has an unfair advantage?
Yeah, because guess what? His little thingies that are made for him to run
The bit back paper
bouncy.
clips.
They're bouncy, though.
Like, they're bit back paper clips.
So the more weight and bounce he puts on him, the more that they would spring him forward.
Right, that's what's funny. Like, Cat. They're bit back paper clips. Don't act like you don't know what I'm fucking talking about. You've all seen them. They look like bit back paper clips.
So it says if Kevin Owens wins the WWE Championship at day one, then that means he re-signed with the WWE. Pugel says they're trying to beef up the main event scene to make it feel that anyone can be champion. Meh. It's just dumb. It's so dumb.
Who knows what they're doing? I just know that
trophies for everybody.
That right now they have an irrelevant champion and they need to bring relevance back to the title. And they have Bobby Lashley. So do you keep wrestling all these people for the world title, or do you just bring Bobby Lashley in and then he log jams it? Because he is the log jam, right? He is the Brock Lesnar of Raw. Mm-hmm. He's the Roman Reigns of Raw. Right? I'm not wrong. Like, if he's champion, he's champion. And he's going to be champion until Mania or after.
You guys better watch Raw Talk.
Ray and his son, Liv, and Damian all going to be on Raw Talk tonight after Raw on Peacock.
Sophie says Sami Zayn contract expires like a couple weeks before day one, I think. 202 says Luke Riley gave you a pass on that point of facts, but end of the day, she wasn't alone to show everyone what she could do, but lately being babyface as her isn't working out for nobody. Pleasure 100.
He's going to surprise him right now.
You expect the unexpected.
Oh! Smacked him in the face. Expect
Did you
the
expect
unexpected.
me to slap you in the face?
Doesn't he look like the Grinch a little bit?
A little.
Vince, that hairline.
With his hair all fluffy and up. Sophie says if the WWE wants to blow up the internet and make Roman lose. Piccolo says femur bone connected to the hip bone. Hip bone connected to the... I don't know what it's connected to.
Backbone?
I don't know. Sophie says Saturday pay-per-views are going to be hard to get used to. Piccolo says Oscar Pistorius? Maybe. That might be his name. I don't know Tink Tink's name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he killed his girlfriend while she was in the bathroom. Or he was in the bathroom. That's right. He was in the bathroom, and she knocked on the bathroom door, and he shot her. Or something like that. Like,
Was it because she stole his legs?
little tink tink.
202 said when it was the Thunderdome, Liv Morgan was still horrible from that period of time. She should have had improved at that time, but everyone questioned their self. Why not then? Sophie says they were pushing Bobby very hard. It looks like they were setting him up for a future feud with Brock.
Yes, and I think they had to take the title off of him, put it on Big E for a while. First of all, for a participation trophy for Big E, but they needed somebody to be champion while he had to wrestle the old man and lose, because he couldn't lose the title, because people would go ape shit if he lost the title to Goldberg at Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
But he had to lose that because he attacked his son.
Yeah, they had to make it about...
Fuck is this guy wearing? Looks like a 70s porn guy.
Did
Or
he-
80s porn guy.
Did he go back and steal his wife's sunglasses? I'm pretty sure.
Look at his face.
I'm pretty sure he stole his wife's sunglasses for this segment.
He reminds me of Jordan, Ayla's husband, so much.
I know.
that
I
it
know.
bothers
I try
me.
not to think about it when I watch this because I'm always like...
And it's not because Jordan wears Ayla's sunglasses either. But.
I don't know. He might. He might. And he probably looks exactly like that when he does. And it's not like he wears coats that are made out of dead Elmos. But, you know.
I'm going to have to get me a Dead Elmo coat. I guess it's going to be hot this winter. The fur coats.
Elmo coats. Some fake fur coats. Need some real ones.
Oh!
The one guy at the boxing match was wearing that in shorts.
Oh, shit.
You can wear it with fucking shit.
He
with
had
anything.
shorts, a t-shirt, probably flip-flops, and then
He
a
had some
fur...
gold around his neck.
He had a fur coat on.
He had a fur coat that came down to probably a little bit above his knees. And it was like this gold fur coat.
Like an 80s fur coat. You know what I mean?
Like from Malcolm Moore's song,
Piss.
Thrift Store.
R. Kelly sheets.
Uh-huh.
All right. So
Lied.
Seth is pissed because he was lied
to.
by Postman Pierce.
Yeah.
Or Adam.
Absolutely. 202 says Duluth is definitely right about Liv Morgan. She had so many opportunities to try to improve or at least show it. Sophie says Austin Theory was also in a group with Buddy Murphy in the Thunderdome era. Yep. Sophie says Vince
Really?
have
I don't remember
done
that.
that to a talent on screen before.
Yeah, Vince is like old school all of a sudden where he's in the ring beating people up and
Yeah,
shit.
when Buddy Murphy was Seth's disciple and he had Austin Theory with him.
That's right,
After
just for
he
a
defected.
second. Yeah, for a minute. Okay.
He defected from Andrade and Zelina.
I think he got kicked out or something, didn't he?
Yeah, something happened. Like Angel replaced him or something, and
Yeah.
it was Andrade and Angel and Zelina for a long time. Sophie says Vince have done that to a talent on screen before.
Yeah, oh yeah.
202 says at this point, Talitha is really, really right. She deserves to be released by WWE. Enough is enough. They tried doing this on Nia Jax. Look how that works out. Don't even get me started on Lana. But Lana's so good.
I don't think Liv needs to be cut.
I'm not talking about Liv losing her job, by the way, guys. I just don't feel that she's in a position where she should be getting participation trophies. She's not that good.
Put her with somebody else like Tamina and let them win the tag team championship.
Yeah, or
I mean, Tamina's too fresh off of that, so maybe
Right.
not Tamina, but somebody.
Piccolo's like, chinchilla coats. That's something big city Mac daddies wear. Chinchilla coats? That sounds terrible. Poor little animals.
Just sew them together.
Just sew the chinchillas together. Is the coat really made, like, out of live chinchillas? I'm teasing.
You have to feed it.
So my mom has real fur coats. My mom is passed away. And I really wish that I was a smaller person because I grew a little bit too much, so I grew out of my mother's clothing. But my mom has some pretty snappy, like, fur coats that are real fur. And I really wish I could.
Did you pour paint on them?
Oh, God, no.
You gotta throw paint on them.
No. Oh, hell no. I do not agree with those people that do stupid crap like that.
Like, the animal's already dead. Now I have to go buy another one.
I do not care if they farm animals for that purpose. Which mink coats, they're how they make...
Oh, shit! He smacked his headset off. Seth is up on the ringside apron. He's going to...
What are you going to do about it?
See, KO is so intelligent. He's doing this because then Seth is going to get involved in this, and it's going to cost Big E the match.
I'm not going to take the bait. 202, Liv Morgan needs some type of promo mic skills coach. I'm pretty sure that's how Shotzi Blackheart got better.
Yeah, and why not work with somebody?
You have to do it in your own free time.
You know what?
Have to do it.
Hold on a second. Bo Dallas is probably a top 10 guy on the mic.
Oh, God, yes.
She lives with the dude.
Yeah. Why isn't he helping her?
Bo Dallas and his brother might be the best. Or, right there with the Miz and MJF type.
Yeah.
But I think Bray can hold his own with those guys easily.
Totally.
I'm sure he can get a hold of him. Bo Dallas could probably get a hold of Bray.
Yeah.
Wyndham Rotunda. And she could work with him, even over the phone or the internet.
Any of them are in any kind of wrestling thing right now. They can totally help her. It's not like they'd be, defecting from their group or something.
Because I guaranteed that Rotunda worked with both of his kids, that their promos were vital.
They probably worked with them since they were kids. Kind of like that little boy that is a Hulk Hogan fan.
My cousin sends me videos saying all
that kid is probably better on the mic than more than half the wrestlers on any of this stuff.
He's a good little kid.
And he's like what? 7?
Yeah. 5, 6, 7.
He's somewhere in there. That's
Brother.
Pretty fun. He loves Hulk Hogan. And I don't care that he loves Hulk Hogan and he talks like him, but he can do it. That's the point. And the only way that you can do it is to
do it.
You have to constantly
repetitive.
Practice. You have to talk. You find those things out about those people and you make them cry. That's what you do. I mean, if you're a heel. Now, if you're a face, then you don't do those things that make them cry. You do other things, but...
Yeah, if you're a baby face, you get the crowd involved.
Yeah.
If you're a heel, you go right after their character.
Mm-hmm. 202 says, in my opinion, Liv Morgan and Ricochet needs a promo mic skill coach. You know what's funny about Ricochet is he's actually gotten better.
Ricochet is improving.
Yeah, at least he's improving.
But
like,
yes,
when I've been watching this,
he does need one, right? He needs to accelerate his improvement.
Right. But, from watching him 2 years ago to watching him now, it's quite amazing the change that happened with his mic skills. I'm not saying they're fire or like, oh my God, the best, but he's a lot better than he was. Beagle is like, yeah, exactly. It's too late for the animals. I mean, right? Like, it's too late for him. What I don't like is the people that trap animals. That one I kind of have a little bit of a hard time.
Yeah.
I mean, Kate, you think about back in, if you believe in this, if you believe that the earth has evolved, then, Neanderthals and stuff, how did they wear clothes? Well, they killed the animals, ate them, and then wore their skins.
Okay.
What's the difference? I might not be eating my animals that I'm wearing the skins of, but I want to wear the skin of the animals. If it was cows, then I totally would be eating them.
We got polyurethane. We got plastics and all sorts of cotton.
And all those PETA people and vegans, they get all upset about sheep. and people shearing sheep. And...
But they have to or they would die.
Yes. And there's a huge story about this sheep that got lost from their flock for how long was it? He was out there for like 8 years or some shit. Huh?
2.
2 years? Was it 2 years? I thought it was a little bit longer than that. Anyways, this poor guy, he was lost from the flock for like 2 years or whatever. And they were amazed when they found him. And surprised he was still alive. And the only thing that kept him alive out in the wild was because he hadn't been sheared before he got lost. And so his wool coat had grown so thick and hard that there was no way a predator could penetrate it. Okay? So the problem with it is if you see animals in the wild, like mountain sheep and goats or whatever, their coats are nothing like the sheep that we utilize.
No, because that's what
for that stuff, because they were bred for that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you leave them, alpacas are the same way, but alpacas in South America, it's the same thing with them. If you don't shear them, if you don't shear their fur off, it gets matted and it pulls on their skin, and it's more of a detriment to the animal than it is to take off their fur. It doesn't hurt them. Actually, it feels good. So
I've done it. I've sheared before.
Sheared yourself?
Mm-mm. Well, I have that too.
Oh. Anyways, we're back to wrestling now. That was a
all right. We got 10 minutes left.
Stephanie says there are still independent wrestlers that still want to work for the WWE.
Well,
there will always be.
That's big money. That's the big leagues.
Yep. 202 says, Travis, you a genius. She knows Bray Wyatt too. 100.
Yeah.
Sophie says, too bad they never explored Bray and Bo as brothers when they were both in the WWE, even though they hinted at it over the years.
They should have.
Sophie says, Bray was good as both heel and face. Remember Bray's feud with John Cena?
Yes. Yeah, I remember everything about Bray. Bray was my favorite right when he stepped foot in the roster.
Uh-huh.
I was like, they showed pictures of him, and it was the Wyatt family, and I was like, if 2 of them aren't giants, it won't work. And then they showed up the next week on Raw or whatever it was, and Eric Rowan and freaking Luke Harper were giants. And I was like, perfect.
Yep.
Bray was the lips, and he wasn't small by any means. Carried the team, and it just worked. And it would have worked forever.
Sophie says Bray's first feud with Cena in 2014 was so good. And 202 says, exactly, Sophie. P. Cola says, put it this way. You have a locker room full of wrestlers. Some have great mic skills. Some can jump out of the gym. Some have great work rate. Very rarely will you see somebody with size, speed, agility, and as charismatic to be The Rock or Cena, etc.
Right. And Vince doesn't like them anymore because he feels like if he creates that person, they'll leave. Mm-hmm. And it scares him, I think.
Yeah.
And so he's
had trauma.
He just doesn't like building champions and his own characters anymore. It seems like. Now, it might not be true, but Roman Reigns is everything.
Mm-hmm. Sophie says, with ROH going on hiatus, that opens the door for all these their talents to explore their options that they couldn't have done before.
Yep, and if they have any sort of size and mic skills and go to WWE, they'll succeed. Especially how NXT 2.0 is right now.
Uh-huh.
That's what it's gearing towards. Everything's these younger guys that are bigger.
Yeah.
And they're all going to be up in the next 5 years. So the WWE is going to change in the next 5 years, and it's going to be great. There's going to be a lot of big, fast, good mic-skilled guys on the main roster.
Stephanie says maybe they are saving Seth versus Big E for the Rumble if the triple threat takes place at day 1. And Pickle says that because they scrapped the black and gold NXT, it will take several years to find another superstar of that level.
I think it's already there. I think that
Braun Breaker?
Braun Breaker is that guy. He's already there.
Sophie says Braun was part of the Wyatt family for a while. Yeah, but he was kind of forced into it. Like, he wasn't, like, came with them.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward. Different. But I think he could have been... Vince doesn't like groups. He doesn't like tag teams. So everything he does with those guys is, how can I break it up?
Yeah. 202 says the C Wrestling guy on YouTube is praying to see Bray back in WWE. Why would he sell out after they fire his wife and brother and his best friend Braun?
They fired his wife years ago. JoJo?
Is that his wife now? Is that the one that got pregnant?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know.
He's had 2 babies with
her.
her now. Oh, Kevin Owens.
He had his knee up there. It was amazing.
Here it goes. Kevin Owens. Cannonball. Cannonball.
Seth's like, oh, God. Oh, God.
1, 2. Big E kicks out. Seth's going to get involved in this.
Right. Meg, be quiet. My goodness. You are being a poop. Sophie says the only groups Vince loves are the Shield and the New Day.
The New Day
Did
lasted. They lasted almost 10 years.
They did, and
then he broke them up. But he didn't break them up with a implosion.
No, he just
separated them.
He just separated them and had them
Go single.
drafted to separate things. Luna says, well, I'm gone. Good night, everyone. Good
See
night,
ya.
Luna. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you later. Sophie says Vince loved the Wyatt family for a while until he got bored of them.
Yep, that's what he does.
Which is funny because the people didn't get bored. That's
and
the
then
hard part.
and he didn't break them up with violence either.
Mm-mm.
He just put the Bludgeon Brothers together, which was fine, and let Bray go solo. But they could have just kept them together with that.
Yes. Kind of like they do
That's
with
not gonna
Roman.
work. Yeah, and his bloodline.
Yeah, his bloodline stuff. Gothlesia gone too says, yeah, I'm sleeping also. Okay, good night. Sophie says Vince did break up the Wyatt family twice.
Here it is, the big ending.
Oh, nope.
Kevin Owens rolls him up.
Fruit roll up.
You're not going to beat Big E with a fruit roll up.
Well, I'd hope
He
not.
knows a lot about food and roll ups. 1, 2. Pop up power bomb, but not enough. How's Seth going to get involved? It's coming now. Got 3 minutes. 2.5 minutes.
Yeah. Mitzi's.
Calm, cool as a cucumber over here.
Right? Mitzi Roma says, we'll see y'all Friday. Bye, Mitzi. Thanks for hanging with us.
I would love a neck massage, he says. Here it is. Here it is. Seth's gonna interfere right here.
Is he, though?
Yes. See?
He's not getting involved.
Now,
He was just sitting
once
there all
Seth hits
innocent.
him back one time, it's a disqualification.
Just curl up in the corner. Let him beat you.
Let Big E win this.
Zoe Ziggler says, see you next week. And Sophie says, I wonder what Triple H thinks of NXT 2.0.
Thrust kick.
Smoked Ribs is in the chat. Hey, Smoked
Big
Ribs.
clothesline. Big E.
We are so glad Letha didn't eat us tonight with a pig face. Oh, yeah?
No
I
point.
don't really eat a lot
Oh,
of smoked
Seth,
ribs.
there it is.
There it is.
Kevin Owens with the dub.
He screwed himself. Well, it had to happen, right? Sophie says, I wonder what Triple H thinks of NXT 2.0. We'll never know, I bet.
Kevin Owens with the W.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins wearing his Valentine's Day outfit.
He is.
He's a little premature. It is not February.
Something. He's all mad at everybody. He's like, super
Oh,
kicking
curb
a
stomp
curb
on
stomp.
Big E.
This angry man. Lieutenant Martha says, I got work in the morning. Yes, work. Sophie says it seemed like Vince brought back the Hurt Business out of nowhere.
Just out of nowhere. He's like, these guys are irrelevant, guys, without each other, so let's just team them back up.
So my question is that right, is that supposed to be his chance or whatever? Why doesn't he just say, I don't want that one?
Yeah, right? Just take his contract back.
Yeah. Like, nope. I want to have my match with him one-on-one. Whether it's Big E or Kevin Owens. Anyway, so there you go. That's what's happening there. All right, let's see. Sophie says it seemed like Vince brought back the business out of nowhere. Fluttergoth is like, what? Yeah, that happened. And Smacked Ribs is like, Duluth, we love being marinated by you anytime. Sweet. Pepper Owens is like, I win, motherfuckers. Yeah, you win.
Good
Thanks to
deal.
goading Seth into your mind games of crazy.
Kevin Owens, the most intelligent wrestler there is on Raw. He planted the seed, and then now he's reaping.
Grew from it. At least it grew.
Yeah, now he's reaping it.
Could have turned out not so good.
So we'll remember this on day 1, January 1st, and see if it pays off for him.
Right. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging with us tonight for Raw. We really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. Have a great start to your week out there. Everybody take care. Be safe. We'll be back on Wednesday for AEW's Dynamite.
Dynamite. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. We appreciate you.
We
Thanks
all
for
do.
watching Wrestling Gab, and we will see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.